Hi, everyone, and welcome to another night of Andromeda Adventures for Endara the Second Age campaign. We are lucky enough to be joined by the entire cast and crew. We have your favorites from all around the globe. Since this is the first time we've all been together for a little while, why don't we just take a moment and go around and celebrate the new year and say, now that we're getting started again, and everyone introduce themselves and their character, and then we'll cue that intro video. Why don't we start with the top left, Nick?
Hello, 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 everybody watching at home, whoever that is. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Please do follow your resolutions for at least a day or two. But then, if you're not going to keep at the gym, get out of there. It's very, very crowded and COVID is bad. That's it.
All right. And who are you playing, Nick?
Oh, I thought we were just greeting people. I'm playing Hadrian, your friendly neighborhood PTSD suffering mass murderer.
All right.
All good.
James?
Hi everyone, it's good to be back.
We missed you. Glad you're doing well.
Yes, doing much better than I was. Thank you. I will be continuing on as Magnar, the grumpy dwarven cleric of the Forge God, Deska.
Awesome. Welcome back. And David.
Hi, I'm David. I'm playing Mistora, the Eladrin warlock courtier.
Evan.
Hello, I'm Evan. I'm still continuing on, and will defeat books someday as Garth.
And last but not least, Kovac.
Hello, I'm Kovac. Don't listen to Nick. Don't do any of your New Year's resolutions. My New Year's resolution was to not turn up for any stream games. So I am here and therefore failed. So make sure to fail yours as well.
It took a little bit of a magical circle, banishment,
Yeah,
summon greater fiend. Yeah, it was a whole mess, but we got you. We got you.
Using a book of smut placed into a magical circle, they did manage to summon my character Addis, who is the wizard of the group, definitely not a barbarian. As he has not died, and I will continue playing him until he does.
Hopefully, no deaths. That's our goal for this year. No deaths.
That's
Not that I have any control over that whatsoever.
No.
Challenge accepted.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us once again. I'm so glad to have the full crew here today. Stay tuned. And with that, I think we are going to cue that intro video and then get into the game. So thank you, everyone. And let's get into tonight's episode of Endara. All right. As we get started for today, Westora, will you please recount the escapades from last week's session?
Well, last week's session began in the library, where we were looking into various things, various topics. Mistora was particularly interested in sort of looking into what this Fated One business was, what this all meant. Sort of asked around, started looking through various sections of the library, including like various bards' tales and stories and things like that. While she was doing that, Addis at some point sort of walked up and started looking at books himself in the bardic tales section, but I don't think his taste was quite the same as hers. Then, some point during all of this, somebody started singing or humming some sort of song or tune, and it seemed to catch on, and then more and more people started doing it. And then, before you knew it, the books began to attack us. They began to come alive and attacked us. We tried to figure out what was going on. The the librarian had tried to had shut down the library to prevent us from leaving, and had gathered us all together. Garth was having none of that though. Decided to go off by himself again, leaving us to be by ourselves during a moment of crisis. Apparently, it wasn't important enough for him. And so, yeah, we sat there and we ended up having to fight off books, trying to figure out what to do, and then eventually managed to figure out that if we stopped the singing, the books would end. But it took a bit of time for us to figure that out, and that's about where we left off.
All right. And as we pick up, Addis, you have just knocked out Crinky Winky.
My friend, no.
Sabina lies dead, her skull bashed in. Valjean, bleeding out from various wounds, clutches his daughter and is trying to get her into a side room to get her safe. The Luxodon, Rampart, and the Minotaur, Drasimir, lay injured on the ground, unconscious from their wounds. Drasimir mostly. Rampart is still alright. Elsbeth has stopped singing and looks incredibly frightened. And the whole room is shaken as Magnar, you've kind of been just looking over books and
Lost
you
in
were
the
singing
text.
as well, and you kind of blanked out for a while. You don't entirely know what happened, but you can see the damage, the destroyed books, the injured parties, the dead librarian, the nearly dead Roxy Socks, the Hadrian standing looking over them and over the books. Garth, nowhere to be found.
Covered in pieces of paper, just like clarification point. Is Valjean bleeding out as in he's unconscious, or is he bleeding out as in he looks bad, but a long rest will get all that good for him?
He looks bad, but since he is not a hero, it's going to take a bit more than a long rest. But he is alive.
Okay. Well, realizing that, Hadrian will go up and put a hand on his shoulder and say, I saw what you did protecting your daughter. Good on you. And I will lay on hands him for
don't know what
5
that would do if
points.
anything happened to her.
I will lay on hands him for 5 points. And is Elsbeth still injured, or?
Elsbeth is not. She's just crying, desperately clutching her dad.
Okay. I will lay on hands him, and I will look to her and say, hey. We listen, Elsbeth.
Valjean?
We got
Valjean
the ghost
goes like,
fish.
Elsbeth,
We
it's-
got the ghost fish. It's okay. We got the ghost fish.
It was scary.
They're scary.
Why was I singing a scary song?
It's okay, Elsbeth. You just saw a ghost fish. It's gonna be okay.
She will be alright. I need to get her one to the side rooms. We need to figure out what is going on. Let me see if I can get her into bed and calm her down. Please excuse us.
I wouldn't put her to sleep. That's sort of where this all started.
Oh, I didn't. I will just take over to the side here and try and calm her down.
At this point, Addis is waving the thing that he found around and going, Listora, I found the fucking book.
Very good. Not sure what we should do with it now.
I mean, like, I think this is I don't think this is over.
Wait, what is over?
Frosty, could you repost the picture book for me? Sorry, I can't seem to find it. Thank you.
It's just a big box, like enclosed. It doesn't quite look like a book while it's closed.
Okay, yeah. Addis will hold up the weird, like the flip book.
Do you open
box, and wasn't it already open?
No, you had opened it to take a look and then close it so you could read it later.
Oh, okay. I don't think he'll open it because he's trying to hold it up. So if he tries to open it and hold it up,
Okay, so you're just holding it up.
He'll hold it up and then be like, "It had some weird stuff in there, and it had ghost fish, so it feels like it might be the book we're looking for." I mean, we can take a look at it, and I can put it on the middle
I
table.
say we destroy it.
Do we not? But like, how do we know if that's gonna fix it?
Wistora, when it comes to curses, sometimes if you destroy their stores, it just makes them permanent.
All right, fine. What do you propose we do?
Investigate it. I was gonna say we open up on the middle table and we try and figure out what's going on with it.
All right, but we need to limit who looks at it. If anybody starts singing, we hit them.
Oh, shit,
I was
yeah,
singing earlier. I don't understand. What happened?
It's some sort of weird like nursery rhyme thing.
It's
They call
really
it-
catchy.
They seem to think it was like in like a disease, but it's obviously a curse of some kind, right? Like a ghost doing some shit.
What?
mean,
That
your
it's connected
guess
to
is
this
good
book.
Yeah.
Yeah, the book. So apparently, the book was donated a long time ago, and they by somebody, and,
And
they realized it was
guy-
dangerous.
And then the guy who donated it, I think, ended up singing and got locked up or something.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then it got lost apparently in the library, and now it's here.
Right.
And for whatever reason, Crinky had it in his bag and had like stolen it.
Mhm.
I think maybe probably because it was just shiny or an object, but we might want to ask him because it could be nefarious. I don't know. I trusted him because he's kind of a bird.
Wait, you're a wizard?
Yeah, we've been over this. I'm an archmage. I'm one of the best wizards on
The
this
Tabaxi
coast. You know.
Yeah,
Cat girl
Wiz-
Roxy kind of peeks up. You're a wizard? Are you in Strixhaven? Do you go to the academy? What kind of magic do you use? Kind of hops over. Do you know how to break the curse? Do you know magic that breaks curses? Like whatever's going on or weird haunted?
Roxy.
Yeah.
He's not really a wizard. He's a little delusional.
That's my class. I'm
Like
a
her whole
delusional
demeanor
wizard.
just like deflates.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Addis like stares at her and goes like, "I am a wizard. I'm a wizard of the stick," and he holds up a stick. It's my like wizard staff. I don't go to Strixhaven because we couldn't
She
get
kind of
in.
looks
What
at
we're
you
trying
funny as
to.
you say that and looks you up and down. And her tail wags a little bit.
If I could, I would burst into flames, but I don't want to set the library on fire.
Yeah, that'd be bad. Fire
Can
bad.
you just put the book down and let me have a look at it for a bit?
You know what? It did have those mechanical things, right? Like Magna might be able to.
Well, if I'll try and figure out if it's magical, and then Magnar can try and figure out whatever he wants to figure it out.
All right.
We're gonna take like 10 minutes. Okay.
So, I assume you're doing the identify ritual?
I'm doing detect magic because I do have that from Ritual Caster.
All right. Describe how you are doing your detect magic ritual.
I feel like Addis does his weird little coin ritual that he does, and he takes each stack of coins, one to represent the different types of each one to represent the different types of magic, and sets them up, little stacks lining the outside of this like box that he's now set on the table. And as he sort of is going to like he's doing all these weird like hand movements, and he's obviously like half of this stuff doesn't actually matter for the ritual. And then sort of towards the end of the ritual, as he's trying to like, he would sort of close his eyes and just sort of reach out and try and sort of sense and sort of detect the weave.
Okay.
Rather than looking at the book itself, detect like the actual magical aura of it. And once again, like basically the concept of the little like coins being of like the spell would sort of lean the coins in the direction of what's magics.
So as you are focusing on that, it's very tricky and uneasy. Your hand kind of guides and pulls in different directions. But we're going to briefly jump to Garth. You're downstairs in your room. The book has gone limp, but I'm sure you guys made sure to teach it. You and Barry taught it a lesson it will not soon forget.
I will pick it
You
up.
double tap it.
I'll pick it up.
Okay.
I'll put it in my pouch real quick.
All right.
Well, I've never been bested by a book like that before. Should we go upstairs and tell everyone? I don't know. I did hear about like thumping and shit. Are you alright? You look a little worse for wear.
Goes over to the bed and just lays down.
Here, you rest up, buddy. I will cast Cure Wounds on him
Okay. Roll your cure wounds.
for 8 healing.
8. He is no longer bloodied.
Hell yeah. Alright, and I'll make my way upstairs with the book.
Barry begrudgingly follows.
Alright. A little longer, we'll be out here. They've got to be done looking at books by now.
Gives you a
Hey,
look
Goth,
of like,
Goth,
really?
look at this book. It's called How to Fuck Up Half-Orcs.
Oh, I could use that for later. Just
For
interested.
research
That-
purposes.
Research purposes.
There's the... There we are. All right. So, Addis, as you're examining the book itself does radiate some sort of evocation and necromantic magic, but not... It's a very unusual thing. It almost feels... Make a religion or arcana check.
Religion or Arcana? I will make a religion check. That is an 18.
All right. As far as you can tell, the book itself is not necessarily magical, but it is possessed.
Hmm.
Or and kind of there is some kind of magic residing in it and in the area, but you get the feeling it's not even necessarily the book itself that's possessed. There's an oddness to it. It definitely, there's a curse contained within it, and there's a strange sort of evocation of necromantic energies inhabiting something within the book. But your best guess with your religion check is you've heard that those that pass on and choose not to, the ghosts, they can, usually they're attached to their body, wherever their body resides, and they're kind of limited in where they can move and what they can do by that. But sometimes they can inhabit an object. And the objects themselves aren't magical, but they're also very hard to destroy. And destroying that object can sometimes destroy the possession, but it can also be almost impossible to destroy the object so long as it is being possessed. And Garth, you'd be walking
Addis-
up right around the time that Addis is finishing his ritual by the table.
As Addis finishes his ritual, so Garth watches as Addis picks the book up, more like a box, but still, like holds it up to his ear and goes, "Hello, ghost, can you hear me?"
And then you guys bound Crinky Winky, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm going to go over to
Make a
Addis.
perception check, Addis.
Oh boy. That's a 5.
You don't hear anything.
I'm going to go to Addis. Can I see that?
The book?
Mm.
Why?
And are all of you kind of focused on Addis and looking at the book and like going over this ritual and kind of communicating? What's everybody else doing?
Restora will be like watching Addis very carefully to see, like, just in anticipating, waiting to figure out what the hell's going on and what to do. She doesn't really have any other plans.
So, as Addis asked me why, with Hadriel's recent recollections, there seem to be weird gears and shit, and that's...
I mean,
I guess.
are you opening the book or like? 'Cause
I haven't
right
opened
now
the book
it's
yet.
Okay.
Oh, he hasn't
you're
opened it. Okay, sorry.
You're talking to it. Does that mean?
There's a
Did-
ghost
did-
in it.
So not magic.
There's
No,
a ghost in
not
that book too.
It's magical. It's a magical in the sense that there's a ghost in it.
I will use divine sense.
Yeah, I was going to try identifying, but that won't do any good if it's a ghost. I don't
No.
suspect.
I don't think so. Unless you could identify the ghost, I think, but identify works on creatures.
It will,
you
it will,
get the
but it'll tell
sense that there is undead all around, more like a massive presence than individual. Just this undead, cursed aura radiating from the book and all around.
So it seems like we could try to destroy it, but if it's possessing the book itself, it's going to be really hard, if not impossible, to try and break this thing.
With these things, there's always a different way.
I'm worried about if we open it, if it's going to try and possess us or something like, right? Ghosts do that.
Right. Here, I have an idea, actually. Why don't we take it down away from everyone else?
Yeah,
and I can do something that will, if I open it, protect me from that.
Okay. And then we can all stand like, should we not?
Oh, you
Here's the
getting
thing.
possessed would be quite the fight, wouldn't it?
I mean,
Here's the thing, though. This book wasn't open when the books on the shelves started flying around, right?
Yeah.
Were you with the Ginku when he had the book at that time?
It was in his bag the entire time. I
Are you
didn't
sure
even
that
know it was in there.
Are you sure that when this all started?
Yeah.
Because I think when this started, everyone but me was downstairs and asleep and stuff.
It was happening before that, though. I mean,
It was already, yeah. I mean, we don't. Anyway, the point is that it was still happening when the book was closed.
right.
So I'm wondering if we leave them alone, are they going to be okay?
Moxie's like, yeah, we'll be fine. I'll look after them all. I'm feisty.
Red dot on a wall.
As the other one gets up, the large Luxodon kind of starts sitting up. What's going on? What was that? I'm so sorry. I lost myself for a moment. I don't normally daydream like that and toes out, but why does my head hurt so much?
It's
It was
okay. Never
the pow-pow
forget.
fruit.
Never forget. The pow pow fruit, yes.
It was the pow fruit.
Oh god, I think I ate one of those one time. Got into a thing with a whole woman, black armor, and
Anyone-
bad.
Has anyone else been hearing a song in their heads?
Yes,
Can't
I
seem to
bloody
shake
have.
it.
Yeah. And I'll almost start humming it again. It's like, is that,
Make a wisdom save.
God damn it.
no, I'm concentrating on not humming it. I am not gonna hum the song.
Magnar starts making gags out of bandages. to have ready.
So here, Addis.
What are those for, Magna?
Just in case.
Make a
In
medicine
case he-
check.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I do think I think you're right that we should probably. I don't know if we should all could we? Splitting up is bad, but we could.
Let's not split the party. Let's go down
Really-
again. I have a
Maybe
spell.
Barry with them. Maybe Barry.
Yes,
Barry
let's
will
leave
protect them.
Barry with them. Garth,
18.
Is that okay, Garth?
All right,
Can we
I'll
leave
roll 1d6 plus 2.
I think Barry is probably the best at protecting out of all of us.
That's a 3.
So you make 3 gags.
Barry is.
Here's the thing. I just got in a nasty fight with a book, and not how you would think.
I
And
raise an eyebrow. How would I?
like reading it. I was not reading it.
Oh, right, reading it.
We also were attacked by books.
Mm.
Oh no shit!
Yeah.
Oh,
Did
Quincy.
you miss out on the entire book attacking
We were
ghost
we were
thing?
sitting there thinking, as we were being attacked. Oh, if only Garth was here.
Yeah,
But apparently, you yourself was being attacked.
it's a shame.
Yeah, sorry about all that. I couldn't seem to hit the thing. I'm beyond tired.
We couldn't read his movements.
God.
No,
I'm just. that was good. So,
but, like,
What happened?
me and Barry couldn't hit.
Make
so I
perception checks, everyone.
Yeah.
God
I
damn
don't
it!
think leaving him's the best
Okay,
idea.
but Hadrian, I was saying before we make what those checks, let's go down. I will open the book.
Okay, 17.
And the worst that
17.
happens is I am possessed, and you
All
have
right.
to kill me.
You guys see
which is
Elsbeth
great.
walking up towards Crinky Winky.
I go to her. Cock my head.
She
What are you
smiles
doing?
at you. Make an insight check.
I don't need to make this insight check. She's possessed.
Make an insight check.
I will divine sense because that was my instinct as a person and as a player and as a character. So I will also divine sense.
You do sense the presence of an Endara. She smiles at you and holds up a book. And as you're trying to react, she turns and starts trying to bash Crinky Winky over the head.
I will grab her and tackle her.
Make an athletics check as Valjean goes wide-eyed seeing you trying to tackle his daughter.
What the fuck?
Oh boy.
Fuck. So, Frosty, protection from evil and good will not unpossess her, will it?
No, it just protects her from being
Okay.
possessed.
Can I yell at the creature inside of her? Not her, damn it! Take me! Take me!
You guys hear
Classic.
that as he grabs the girl and
That's
she's
bad.
screaming and
Nope.
kicking it. As she's screaming, you feel the room get colder and colder as your breath starts to mist in the air.
Wait, if you said that Addis takes the book and fucking smashes it, because if the ghost's not possessing it, it might break. I don't know.
All right. Make a to hit roll.
Okay.
And Hadrian's just yelling at the
Unarmed.
girl, like,
It's an unarmed.
I'm basing it on unarmed strike. Okay. Can I? I'll reckless. I guess I'll reckless against the book. 19.
That'll hit. Roll your damage.
Okay. I'm not raging. So this will be. That's 4 bludgeoning.
Definitely, it doesn't seem to have any effect as you're smashing it.
Mm.
so
It's not working.
Can I do an action while
Yeah.
they're doing all this? I'd like to cast sleep.
Ooh.
All right. Roll your sleep.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Well, I mean, I don't. Yeah, so I rolled a 29.
So I'll put Elsbeth to sleep, Valjean, and Rampart.
Anyone below
Actually,
29 goes
Valjean and Roxy. They all pass out.
20 feet.
Yeah, starting with the creature with the lowest hit points.
I look at Addis, and I hold my hand out. Give me that book. We are ending this now.
Oh, okay. Throw
And
the
I will-
book.
I will cast protection from evil and good on myself, and I will open the book.
All right. As you open the book, a little music box starts to play. Ding, 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 ding. And as it pops open, you see the little different particular figures. I'm going to move us to the battle screen so everyone can see this. A large picture of the book. Each of the little things start to move. And you see a mother chop off the feet and ears of her husband with a scythe. The family dog bites off the mother's hand. The son drowns in a river while washing clothes. And as the music was playing, there's a final scene with a little ghost and a millstone. And the music box goes ka-ting, ka-kring, kring, 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 and it kind of twitches and glitches, like, and then it resets and starts
I
over.
wave Magna. Magna, you're good with this shit. Can you repair this?
Well, I could take a look. I wouldn't say I'm good with it. I've had a dead mechanical fish around me waist for the last 50 years. I haven't fixed that.
Magna, don't sell yourself short.
Magnar, as you're looking at, will you roll a history check with advantage?
Okay.
So
That's,
you
19.
Advantage.
you recognize this. It's sort of an old children's story. It's actually from an area just a little bit southeast of Armiston, from where the Cormon mines start. And then you recall a story. It's kind of a local legend that almost 6 centuries ago there was a family living near a remote water mill near the old town of Bastion, and they endured a string of unfortunate events, and there was supposedly a malevolent spirit called a Migriel that seemingly possessed the family's mother, Shemshimi, and became interested in the family and was causing these accidents. The daughter finally destroyed the spirit, supposedly, and her mother, Shemshimi, these were all, it was a family of, this is the supposed rumor, by crushing her. And the story became a local legend and kind of a cautionary tale meant to warn people to keep their attention on their chores and kind of keep children focused, that if you got too sidetracked and distracted, that that Shemshimi would find you and punish you. But the truth of the matter is that when a traveling gnome bard heard the tale, he was so intrigued that he actually wrote down a book, and used Ishgardian and Dwarven crafting to kind of create this music box, and called it Shimshini's bedtime rhyme. And it's got a lot of mechanized features. It looks like it was, and you recognize some of these as being very excellent dwarven craftsmanship. And the book does not match the legend, because supposedly it was 600 years ago that this happened and that this bard supposedly found the book. But when you're looking at it, it's mechanical curiosity and mythic design. The cover's made of wood and copper. The front cover bears a faded hand-painted rendering of a round millstone. It's square. It's about 18 inches in length on the edge and cover. And it looks... It looks to be made similarly to your fish. Like, this is not modern construction. So as much as you'd heard the stories about, like, this happened only 600 years ago, and a bard thought it was a great story and kind of named everything after that, looking at this book, you can tell this is much older than that.
His guardian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Just to clarify, the daughter crushed. You said I was slightly confused. The daughter crushed her mother?
Yeah, so supposedly that's the story that you heard as a kid. But the book doesn't show anything about that, so you don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a
mill wheel
scene that looks like there's a mother and a millstone, but the music box kind of breaks whenever.
Yeah.
But I will say you have enough knowledge to know that this was not made during the peak of Ishgard. It doesn't look old enough, but it's definitely the same kind of material and way of making things. But it definitely looks more than 600 years old. Kind of think like a knockoff of Ishgardian tech, or someone trying to reproduce that, or who had that skill kind of made this book.
I'll recount I'll recount all of what you just said. And yeah, this looks like it goes a long, long way back. Sort of, and like this last scene does look like the girl defeating the ghost, and that kind of lines up with the legends from my youth. Although here she seems to...
So you're saying we have to grind on it?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll take a look
well,
at it. But are you saying we gotta crush the ghost?
As the book plays, right, as it keeps playing while it's open, kind of going on repeat, you can hear the tone and see the little words for the nursery rhyme. See the mother scything wheat, forgotten husband sleeping near. With one swing she took his feet, with another took his ear. And it goes
Does
through.
the shadow have a name?
And it gets to, see the sun doing his chore, washing clothes for folk in town, fell into the river's roar, sank to the bottom and drowned. Does the shadow have a name? Shimshimi, Shimshimi.
Okay,
Because grief avoids the blame. Shimshimi, Shimshimi.
So there's more to this rhyme.
But then
there's more to this rhyme.
Yeah.
We've got to fix this box. We've got to fix this box. Magna?
Well, look, I'll look at the ones which are working and the ones which are not, and I'll see if I can figure out why it's not broken. If there's a broken piece, I might be able to copy one of the others.
But I
don't have
question. Can I help him with this? Because I have just remembered everything about Ishgard, and while I'm not a mechanist, maybe I could give him a piece of guidance. Is it no? Don't put that there. That will blow it up.
If you want to try and look it over and figure out, what's wrong, you guys can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
I'll help him. So.
All right. So the damage. The book is obviously damaged. Like, just look at it, you can kind of see the dents and tings and broken spots. But will you make, one of you, make a intelligence check for me?
Can Magnar make that an advantage because I'm helping him? Or
You don't have, you can't have proficiency in intelligence checks.
No, I know, but I was thinking because I'm Ishgardian, maybe.
Well, no, because this wasn't made in Ishgard. It's just a similar.
Yeah, it's
okay.
like similar-ish. Yeah, I'll take that. So I just click on the intelligence stat itself.
Yep.
Straight roll.
Straight roll.
19.
All right. So it looks like, as you kind of open it up and prop it up, that inside the music box is a brass cylinder dotted with pegs. And when the cylinder turns, the narrow bits pluck at the pegs and produce the notes of the melody and kind of move all of the other gears to create all of the motion in the pop-up book. And the cylinder is sitting slightly askew, which prevents it from working properly. And you'd have to kind of fix the music box and some of the tongues and realign it up so that it'll play completely. But as
I have an Isgardian music box on my belt. It plays a different tune, but I'm wondering if there are any parts which might be useful in trying to fix it.
If you want to use it, I would give you an advantage on the repair check.
This is a working piece. Mine is sort of plays. Yes, I will try and use it.
All right. So you're going to start trying to repair it?
Yep.
All right. That'll take a little bit of time. And while you're doing that, and I need everyone to make wisdom saves.
Oh boy.
Frosty, is this against an effect of a evil spirit / undead?
Yes, it is
Not
a haunting
funny.
effect.
Unfortunate.
So I will have advantage because protection from good and evil. So
At 20, let's go.
I rolled a 5.
I rolled an 11.
21.
So if you are under the protection from evil
Evil
and good, you don't need to make the save. And
Okay.
correction, it is a charisma saving throw.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh.
I'm even better at these. Don't worry.
I
Should
have a
we
negative.
re-roll
Well,
then, Frosty?
guys,
Yes.
I would have been fine with that saving throw. Why?
I rolled an 8.
12.
I went from a nat 20 to a
Does
9.
Barry
Let's
have to roll as
go.
well?
Yes, he does.
Oh, God.
Have we ever considered becoming Ghostbusters? I think we would be amazing with
There's
our
something
charisma
strange in the
saves.
neighborhood. Hey, Hadrian would be a great Ghostbuster. Okay.
True, true. You would be standing there having a great time as all the rest of us got beat up by ghost books.
Hadrian just goes do 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 do.
Frosty, how do you turn advantage toggle on Barry's sheet?
You can't for. Oh wait, no. For NPCs, there is if you go on Roll20, if you go up to the top where it says their name, there's a little gear sprocket on the right hand side. You expand that, and at the very bottom, you'll see roll queries, whisper rolls, auto damage roll, NPC name rolls.
So this should work here. You rolled a 7.
All right.
Do 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 do.
So failed. Failed.
Wow. Am I going to be the
Addis.
only one left fighting this thing?
I rolled an 18. I think I should be.
And Garth. You all start to hum and sing the song and are
Oh,
charmed.
Wait, who
Oh,
doesn't?
boy.
And will you roll 1d6? Will one of you roll 1d6 for me?
Wait, Frosty, who is not charmed?
Right now, it looks like Westora, Rampart, and you, and Magnar. Nope, Magnar is charmed.
I'll roll a d6. Roll the 3.
3. All right. So, the room becomes freezing cold. All the little bits of moisture start to ice up. The lights flicker and dim. And I need you all to roll initiative.
This reminds me of my homeland. It's cold and wintry.
Really wishing we just destroyed.
May I say, by the way, if we
Token.
fight a ghost, we have to crush it under a big stone.
Why?
That's one of my best initiatives.
I don't fucking know. It says to do that in the book.
Wait, I'm a big stone.
It doesn't say that in the book.
Well, it shows a daughter crushing her mother, this thing that possessed it, right? Like a
No.
Negro possessed the.
Oh,
That was what Magnar had heard the story was about, but
Oh,
the book
okay. I'm
doesn't
sorry.
show that.
I'm
the
sorry.
The picture implies it in the full.
Yeah, it does. It does. It shows her like grinding something under a millstone. The shadow, right?
And a
Like,
very unhappy ghost.
Yeah.
I will grind on the ghost.
All right,
Yeah,
Garth,
okay,
Addis,
we have to
Rampart,
drop
Hadrian,
Addis on it.
Westora,
It's coming.
Barry,
There we go.
Drasimir, Magnar. I believe that is everybody. All right. Westora, you are being. You have advantage on check, but you pass, so you are good. What are you doing as you see everyone else start to kind of hum the song and go wide-eyed?
All right, Hadrian has the book, right?
Yeah, Hadrian would probably be standing over here.
Wait,
Oh,
place
I
it-
was
yeah,
starting to repair it, so I think Magnar has it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're standing there.
All right.
You're looking over with the book. Garth was kind of standing in the back, and Addis was supervising.
All right. I am going to move there, and I'm going to Eldritch Blast the book.
Okay. Magnar, will you make... Nope. You're good. So
Okay.
roll your to hit.
Got a 20.
All right. That'll hit. Roll your damage.
8 force damage.
Doesn't seem to have any effect.
That's my turn.
Hadrian?
Is my divine sense still up? It would be, right, or not?
Not at this point.
All right, then I'm gonna take the gags from Magna, and I'm gonna stuff it in his mouth and Addis's mouth and Goth's mouth.
So you would need to make a pickpocket check because he is unwilling, and that would be an action to get the mags because Magnar is charmed. You will take your action to make it.
It should not be an advantage, so that would be an 8. I will use my inspiration to re-roll that, please.
All
Thank
right.
you. Nat 20.
That will beat the AC, so you will...
Okay, so I will can I grab it and with that nat 20? Can I bonus action stuff it one Magnar's mouth, just like because he's right there?
No, because that would be another attack.
All right, well, then I'm just gonna stand there and look pretty.
All right. Addis, kill Valjean.
Who's that?
That's the person that has you charmed. The dad.
No. I mean, I'm like, Addis is genuinely like, who the fuck?
You're compelled to kill Valjean or Roxy. Your choice.
Okay. Is the table difficult terrain?
For you, no.
Cool. I'm gonna walk on the table. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
Hello. I'm gonna kill you now. I'm just gonna make sure I do not want to set the child on fire. I am not going to set the child on fire. Cool. You, guy whose name I forgot, and cat. I'm a wizard, fuck you. As that bursts into flame and the heat just starts to radiate off of him. I'm going to use my rage.
All right.
So as I use that, they are all going to take the 2 fire damage from the storm aura.
All right.
It's a 10-foot.
Hey, what's going on, big guy? You're hurting me. What are you doing?
You're killing Elsbeth, you bastard! What the fuck?
I mean,
Oh, it's because
what are you doing? What?
technically I don't think it should. But
No, it's Roxy.
The
Because it's within
oh,
5
I'm too
feet.
big. That's why.
Oh,
No,
yeah, it
it's
is within 10
I am
feet,
actually
isn't
hitting
it?
Elspeth. No.
You don't care right now. I mean, you do inside your head, but...
No! Curse my big bones.
And then your action?
Is there any specific compulsion on how to kill this guy?
No.
Cool. I am going to grapple him.
All right, make an athletics check.
22.
He can't possibly beat that.
As Addis is going to pick up Valjean and bear hug him as the flames start to crackle over him.
Addis, what the fuck?
All right, you have him grappled.
I'm giving him a hug.
Rampart, seeing you go crazy, is going to shoot you with his magic flare.
Oh,
Aha! The wars of magic of the ancient deserts compel thee to stop! And blast you. And that'll miss.
It just pings off his head and he just looks kind of confused.
I guess it's not as compelling as
Ragnar,
it could
kill
be.
Hadrian.
Kill Hadrian.
Come on, Searing Smite me, you bastard! Finally hit someone and let it be me! Let it be me!
Oh my god, that'll be the second
And
one I
Addis,
have.
will you make a charisma saving throw for at the end of your turn?
Oh, sure.
You
Addis is never going to pass one of these. That is a 4.
Come on, Magnot. You have to hit something with that Searing Smite eventually. It might
I
totally
can't miss this time, Deska! Searing Smite, and then takes a swing with the mace.
miss!
Oh no.
I just dodge. Oh, very good try. Very good try, though.
All right. Barry?
I think that's it. Oh, do I get a charisma save?
Yes. Barry,
Oh, this could...
kill Garth.
Barry. Oh, God, no! Fuck, please!
Oh
Not my old bear! He'll make an attack.
18.
That'll pass as you kind of snap out of it.
I look at Magna and say, you were very close, Magna. You were very close.
Oh my! Bloody hell! Fuck, why is this on? Oh, fuck. Sorry.
Barry will attempt to make a binding strike against me.
All right.
At disadvantage because he's tired. It hits. You're shitting me. Alright. Well, I'm gonna suffer 5 damage and I'm grappled.
Yep. Garth, kill Barry.
Oh,
Barry.
God damn it!
Why are you hugging Goth like that?
Everybody's hugging each other. The ghosts, this Capella ghosts all give each other hugs.
Alright, I will make an attack against Barry, I suppose. This will be with my spear, two-handed.
All right.
+1 spear at disadvantage.
Yep, at disadvantage.
11, I missed.
Oh, miss. Drasimir is going to try and break free of the...
Do I get a Christmas save?
Yep.
And Barry does as
Yep.
well, right? Barry at disadvantage.
I just saw a certain ghost roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
13 to 13 pass. Crusty.
Drasimir will break free of it. 13 will not pass.
Shit. And then my Christmas save will not pass either.
Nope. Drasimir breaks free.
Why were you disadvantaged, Kurt?
I am
Astora,
tired.
it is your turn.
3 points of exhaustion,
Oh, crud.
Yeah. which is why I was sleeping. Oh, you're muted, by the way.
Is it in Adrian's hand?
Yeah. Or no, the book is on the table.
And it's open still?
Yep.
I'll close the book.
Okay. Everyone still seems to be kind of humming and singing the song and somewhat
I
possessed.
know, but it was something to
That's a
do.
free item interaction, so you still have your turn and your bonus action.
Okay. It seems to be resistant to magic. Or immune to magic, actually more accurately.
Well, make an intelligence check. I'll give you a hint with this one. Make an intelligence check.
13.
All right. So you would know that sturdy objects, walls, stuff like that, basically, to put it mechanically, a lot of things can have what's called a damage threshold. You kind of need a certain level of damage before you can hurt it. And it's not that it's resistant to the magic, it's just that...
So I maybe saw the force damage, like, scrape it.
Yeah.
But there was nothing, no actual proper damage done.
Exactly.
All right, you know what? Then I'm going to use Shatter on it. I'm going to target sort of towards the middle of the table, so I can. The idea is to just get the book and not any person.
What's the range on Shatter?
Well, I'm well within range. It's an area.
I mean, what's the AoE on Shatter?
Oh, I believe it's. It is an AoE of 10-foot radius.
So you said the
I-
center of the table?
Right, so that should be. I think that'll be good. Yeah, perfect. Because the woman's already dead.
Yeah, so she's just a mess now.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
Just
so I'll cast Shatter.
splattered all over Addis. And the table explodes. I am going to say I need dex saves from everybody, because the table's just going to explode.
I got a 20.
At advantage, right? From danger sense.
Yep.
18.
14.
Garth and Barry don't need
21.
to make it because they're out of range of the table.
Nat 20.
And then roll your shatters damage.
Yeah, I just did. It's 21 thunder damage.
All right, that will do significant damage, double to objects.
Oh, yes.
So 41 minus. So that'll destroy the book entirely. Just
Oh, wow.
blast it to pieces.
I was
And Valjean's dex save. Hey, nat 20. That's half damage on a save. So that'll knock him unconscious.
Is that there was nobody in shatter? Are you using the shatter damage for the exploding table?
No. Oh, no, yeah. I'm not. I'm just using it for that. He just doesn't have a lot of health.
Okay.
Roxy will get knocked unconscious. Addis won't take any damage. Alright. None of you take any damage from the exploding table. As you destroy the book. And then you do still have a bonus action.
Well, with that, if that doesn't seem to stop the singing or anything like that, I'll then just get out of the way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And cautiously look at everybody else to see what happens next.
Alright.
That was my idea. For what it was
Worth a
worth.
shot. Worth a shot,
Yeah.
You guys see the spectral, shadowed, feminine figure, woeful robes, long ratty hair, kind of hissing and just looks completely composed of shadow, materialize behind Westora. Is going to make attack at advantage.
She's pretty. I know I'm gonna murder this guy.
Addis, don't. She's not a pear or a parsnip.
How do you know?
Meanie sneaking up on me like that. Not fair. This ghost doesn't play fair. I don't like it.
As a 22.
Okay, well that's definitely going to be a hit.
For 12 psychic damage.
Okay.
You're mine.
3.
I'm eternal. Now sleep. Sunburn be mine forever.
I am now at 3 hit points.
Oh.
Pretty badly beat up.
Hadrian.
Get here.
That'll provoke an attack of opportunity from Magnar. And
No
Magnar's
longer-
not charged
Oh, I
anymore.
saved.
oh yeah,
I saved.
and that is 60 feet of movement, 55.
No, I was here, so that's. Oh, sorry. I don't have mobile anymore. That was my. So I would be here then, but I was here, so.
No, you were on the south side of Magnar. Westora
He
was on the north side.
He was in the
Well, then in that case, yeah, I was on the north. Yeah, I was on the north side.
Westor was
All right.
I
Yeah,
believe, yeah.
yeah. So I'd be there then. Yeah. Sorry, I forget that I don't have mobile with this character. And I will attack. Ah,
Roll your to hit.
25.
That'll definitely hit.
Is this an undead?
It is.
Then I will use my divine smite. Thank you very much.
All right.
And I will use my inspiring smite to give Westora temporary hit points as I come in, as I rush in.
Yeah,
Smack
I knew I liked you.
That is going to be 28 damage, and Westora is going to gain 6 temporary hit points.
Hey,
So she
Hey, that's
seems to
6
be
more than I had before.
destroyed as she fades away. but laughing. You can hear the laughter
Um,
as
I-
all of the singing stop. Actually, it'd be nope, it wouldn't. You guys are still charmed, so yeah. What's your next action? She is not officially dead. She just so you're not getting the bonus action from Great Weapon Master.
I mean, what would I attack? Was Stora? I'm not
Rest.
gonna. I mean, I could.
Well, sorry, I'm sorry, but I had cleave and I had to use it.
I'm just gonna. Okay. According to the book, we need a big fucking rock. Get Dwayne! Get Dwayne! I'm gonna yell, and that'll be my turn.
All right, Addis, kill him.
Okay. Addis is he's still grappling him, so he's gonna move a 5, 10, 15 over here, back to the shattered remnants of the table.
Mm-hmm. And is the aura damage at the start of your turn?
No, I choose.
Okay.
So I bonus action activate it. Which is why he's taking him to the center of this table.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to bonus action activate it, so that's just 2 damage, or it would be a flat death save for him.
Yep.
And then Addis is going to take the biggest piece, the biggest splinter of this table that he can, and just impale him on it.
Okay. Roll your to hit at advantage.
Okay. Basically, just treating this as an unarmed strike again. So that's 23.
That'll kill him. Just stab it through.
Addis, what the fuck?
And just runs Valjean through, just blood dripping out of Valjean's limp body hanging
Oh my
in
God.
Alice's arms.
Okay.
And make a charisma save at the end of your turn.
I killed the ghost.
Now I have to adopt the child, everyone.
17.
That'll pass as you snap out
Oh,
of it.
shit.
Oh, joy.
Blood on your hands.
Literally holding the the thing through and holding the corpse up.
That sort of just literally drops it at the end of the turn.
Rampart's gonna blast Addis. That will hit for 12 force.
Okay, I'm going to use my reaction, Stone's Endurance. So, as the force blast just barely impacts Addis, reducing it by 9, so I take 3.
Magnar?
So Valjean was just impaled, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Oops. 5, 10, 15. I'm going to cast Bear the Dying, try and stabilize him.
No
Or is he-
effect.
No effect. Okay, I had to try. And Rampart's looking possessed,
He
I
did,
take it.
Jim.
No, he's attacking Addis.
But he looks
The only
the same?
3 people that seem possessed are Barry, Garth, and Drasimir.
Okay. Do I notice that Addis seemed to come out of it?
Yeah, you'd see
Yeah.
kind of look on his face change.
Then I will intercede against Rampart. Stand down! He's out of it!
He murdered an innocent man!
He was possessed! Calm down! We'll settle this in a second.
Alright. Barry. Attack Garth.
Barry is gonna make a maul attack
Alright.
against me as he's already grappling me. I believe this is still at disadvantage.
Yep,
That'll
that'll hit.
It's a fair fight.
Barry. Why you gotta hit now for 5 damage? I'm bloodied.
All right. Garth, attack Barry. Kill Barry.
Bro, I gotta make a charisma save
Yep.
real quick. At disadvantage. 17.
That'll pass.
Oh, Barry's no longer affected.
As Barry comes out of it, all of you guys snap out of it.
Well, I'm still charmed.
Has to be make an Arcana check, everybody.
Did Barry make this?
No,
He's better than me.
the charm would.
Your bear cannot make Arcana checks. I think that's
He's so much better than me, though.
19.
I got 0.
Bearcana.
Yes.
9.
I rolled a nat 1, so I got a 2.
So, despite the cold lingering, Magnar, you've noticed a pattern. All 3 times that crazy shenanigans have started happening, 3 people were singing the song.
So if there's not at least 3 singing, I think it stops.
So we just have to stop 3 people. from
Well,
singing.
I've got some gags here that some of us. What? Hang on. I had some. What?
Okay, I'm gonna say, hey,
Are we
despite
still on initiative, by the way, Preston?
Yep. Garth, what are you doing?
oh, okay,
Fuck. I'm bleeding bad. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself. At first level.
Okay.
For 6 healing.
Razumir's going to run over and start sifting through the pile of junk in Sabina's body. Westora, what are you doing?
Very, very good question. I don't really know what to do. So I'm basically just going to come up to next to this bookcase and see what happens.
Okay. Shimshimi is going to attack Hadrian with advantage.
nope. Protection from evil and good.
Oh, yeah. Disadvantage. That'll
Miss.
miss. And then she's going to use her Howling Babble on Westora. Actually, we'll say Addis. So, Addis, I need a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
That's a 7.
So
Sadly,
you're going to take 16 psychic damage. You have already used your reaction this turn.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah.
And you are stunned until the end of Shimshimi, until the end of your next turn. I imagine this is like you're hearing the magic and just thinking about everything that's happened and the screeching sound and just kind of overwhelmed. Hadrian.
Okay, so Addis is a big rock.
Uh-huh.
The book showed her being a shadow being crushed by a big rock.
Not exactly. Make an insight check. See if you can gather that that's what the image was. Because you guys didn't fix. You don't know what that last round was. It just showed a woman working a millstone.
16.
Probably has something to do with that. A rock has something to do with defeating her, but
Okay.
you can draw
So
whatever conclusion you want.
I would like to use my last spell to Expeditious Retreat, Peerless Athlete, grab Addis, and throw him on top of Shimshini. That's what I want to do.
Make an intelligence check for me.
2.
All right. So, action, Expeditious Retreat is a bonus action, correct?
So wait, but that sounds like a bad idea then if I made that. That's 2, right? Like,
I think
Seems
Frosty's
like a good
been-
idea.
Yeah,
I think you were yes.
I think Frosty has been hinting for a bit now that was probably not going to be the correct solution.
you know what? I'm just going to attack her. Fuck it. She's right next to me. Like, I was trying to be clever.
No, it's a very clever idea and could very well be the key to defeating her. There's some bit that you are missing. And I was giving you an intelligence check to know what that was.
Could I?
I have to grind her. We've been over this.
Oh, could I? Okay, so I have to like shove Addis on top.
Think about the weight difference between how heavy a millstone is and
Addis is 1,000+ pounds.
I didn't think he was.
Yeah, he is.
The 1,000?
Yes.
And can you
I'm
really
500
throw him?
I'm
I-
500 technically.
No, I thought you were like.
No, I'm 500. I'm still heavy, but
I mean, with Peerless Athlete, I think I could, but like.
That's pretty peerless.
There is something right next to you that you could use.
The bookshelf? Would that count?
It's a giant. If you're thinking about if you're trying to crush her, with stone, you'd need to use Addis or one of the statues upstairs.
Oh.
As long as
Crush her.
theoretically they were enough to crush her.
Right, but you could just crush her with a bookshelf. If you want
Ah.
to.
I'll try that. I'll
he also have a bear.
I'll topple the bookshelf on top of her.
All right, make an athletics check. I believe you have advantage on these because of your athlete. As you run back and kind of push.
25.
All right. Addis, will you make a dex save for me?
Oh, okay.
That will.
Am I at disadvantage because I'm stunned?
Yes.
But is this danger sense? So am I?
Yeah.
Cool. 12.
Oh no, stunned. I think you failed dex saves.
Yeah,
automatically fails. Yeah,
fails.
you're right. Yep.
All right. That is
Oh, wow. How tall are those bookshelves, though? Holy cow.
about 45 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I was like they're not heavy enough, but then I remembered with Stora had to like Misty step down from one, so they must be
Yeah.
very like.
Yeah, they are
in
huge
my
and
original
covered
plan-
in books.
Yeah, because my original plan was to look over them to Misty Step, but then Frosty was like, "No, you can't do that."
Yeah.
Big.
All right. So all the debris that's going to knock Elsbeth out.
You're doing a great job as her adopted father.
I will heal her. I will die for this child. I'm sorry, but she.
Crinky Winky was unconscious, but that's going to start their death fails again. That's going to kill Roxy.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I'm
Drazimir's going to untumble out. So, Drazimir, Addis, you are going to take 60-10 damage.
Oh boy.
Sorry, let me actually dice roll that.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I wanted to kill the ghost.
I'm stunned, so I don't get reactions. Go ahead.
Nope.
Mhm.
So it's 44 damage. You are
Is it
raging, so it
bludgeoning?
will be halved.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you alive?
I have 1 HP.
Drazimir's going to take half that. That'll still knock him out. And I'm pushing it over that way. Westora, will you make a dex save for me?
Sure.
Magnar, also I need a dex save. Sorry, I'm just looking at the area that everything would topple over.
I got a 25.
Alright, so
I
you'll
got
move
a
out of the way and
5.
take half damage.
The damage is 44.
So that's 22.
I am now dying.
Are you straight up dead or dying?
And Magnar, that's 22.
I've lost all my hit points. I'm on the ground, and on my next turn I'll start making dex saves.
Sorry, I failed my dex.
So,
I think I'm dead.
Are
Why
you?
would you be dead?
Over
like-
Miss
it's
Mag's
44.
hit points?
Yeah, I've only got 15. That's it.
No, you
It's
must
a-
have
it's
more.
You have 15 hit points
This
on
is
your
not-
character total.
where you're at is not capable of being killed. You're just going to be out. And I wasn't going to
Okay.
require death saves for those that were on
Okay.
the outskirts, like Addis, Magnar, Westora.
But I'm at 0.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we're out of initiative, Hadrian will go around healing people. But I just want to, you know.
Actually, let's stay in initiative because we'll just see. Let's see. Let me check some. How many healing hands do you have left?
I have 10 lay on hands, and I have 1 healing hands. So
So you could save Westora, Magnar, Addis, and Elspeth.
I'm fine.
Oh, I have a cure
I-
wounds. So
I'm,
Or-
I'm still
sorry.
at 1.
Yeah.
I do have a cure wounds as well.
I
Okay,
can say
so-
Westora, Magnar.
Because, yeah, Garth could get to Westora.
Yeah.
You could get to Magnar, or you could get to Elspeth first.
Yes,
then-
I absolutely would.
then
'Cause she's
Magnar.
a child.
So yeah, between the two of you, you can save everybody. It's
Okay.
brutal, but and
So-
near the edge, you could save Elspeth, Magnar.
Well, once you bring me up, I've got healing.
Westora,
Yeah,
you
no,
heal
I,
for 10.
I,
Unfortunately, by the time you
Thank you.
did that, Roxy would be dead because she already had
yeah,
death phase.
no,
so.
I know. I'll get Elsbeth up, and
Oh, wait, was Roxy gonna be dead?
yeah,
Roxy
yeah, she was
is-
gonna be
she-
dead.
The books actually were her final death fail.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Because if she was in Death Fails, Addis could try and save her.
So I will. When
So you
Hadrian
guys kind of,
gets-
I'm going to move the bodies over to the side that you're able to rescue. They are, I'm going to say for the purpose, they are currently unconscious because they suffered a lot. And they're not
I
heroes,
will
but
pour all my healing into Elsbeth, and try and at least get her like
What
to.
about Magna?
to full health. We'll take
Magna
four.
is.
What did
I
you,
will give.
what did you give
I will,
me?
I will give Magna healing hands, so he will get.
Okay.
I'll get what?
You will
10?
get. You will get 5 plus 3, so 8.
Westora, you got 10 from me.
I
And
got
I-
it. Thank you.
As I get Elsbeth up, I just want to get her conscious enough to talk to her for a second, even a second.
Alright, you kind of wake her up and she, it hurts. I want my daddy.
I'm.
Where's my daddy?
I think everyone would see tears pour down Hadrian's face as he's just, Your daddy is a hero, and I'm really sorry, but you'll be okay.
Where's my daddy?
Go to sleep, Elspeth. It's alright.
Oh my daddy. And she just starts to cry as she like passes out
I-
from pain
I
and
will-
exhaustion.
I will hold her until she does, and after.
She's screaming and whimpering, and you're just kind of
Nope.
holding on to her, and you're probably crying with her, trying out of the situation. I imagine it's up to you.
Probably what?
I said you might be crying with her, like.
Oh, absolutely.
It's okay.
No, Hadrian is absolutely. It's okay. It's okay. It'll be all right, Elspeth. I'm sorry. I can't. You'll be okay. You'll be. There's a princess house, and you'll be. There's a nice room, and.
I will offer restore a hand to help her up when I heal her.
Thank you, Garth.
Right, who's looking the most injured at this point?
I have. Oh no.
Actually, including me, gather the 5 most injured around me. I'll do a prayer of healing. Seems as we're out of initiative.
Probably the NPCs too.
So who have we got within 30 feet of me? Restorer, Addis, Elspeth.
I'll bring Elspeth over. Yeah. Just help her.
That's
Drasimir looks pretty beat up too.
Drosmir as well. So that's 13 healing.
Thank you.
6 creatures of my choice that I can see.
Like, you brought a whole section of the library down on everybody, but you've managed to save some, but most everyone's kind of beaten up.
Yeah, I get it. I fucking get it.
No,
Okay,
you did great. You killed the thing. You killed the ghost.
I did what I had to do. No, I know, but I'm responding as well as Hadrian. Like
I'm not trying to. I wasn't trying to rub in or blame you or say you didn't.
No. I'm responding. Like I'm responding as me. Like I'm freaking out and like cradling this girl and just like it'll be okay. It'll be okay. Like I'm really. Yeah, I think he's just holding this small child, like.
Yeah, Wastora is kind of just standing there, looking at this incredibly depressing scene, feeling like that, that we failed, to save hardly anybody or to do it right. So she's just very quiet, sort of. Also has like maybe a tear or two. She sees this really sad scene with Adrian and the girl.
You can all see he's just like cradling her, occasionally just sobbing. Says Australiel. Asti. You're alright. You're okay. Ao can't get you here.
Who are you saying?
I said Australiel, which is one of his daughter. His daughter's name. You're okay. Ao can't get you. Mogus can't get you here. We're safe. I promise we're safe. I promise.
All right. Addis, what are you doing?
Addis, you were one of the 6, so you got 13 in that.
Yep.
You're still
Thank
bloody.
you. Yeah.
Wow.
I was at 1.
Oh yeah.
Addis is going to.
If you're still looking a mess, which you are if you're bloodied. Okay.
I think Addis is gonna leave and start making his way upstairs.
Wait up! Hang on.
All right.
We need to get out of this fucking place.
Yeah,
And
I know. Just give me a second. Hang on.
maybe try and get some people in here. I don't know. Thank
There.
you.
As
We
you
need to
go
get-
up to the door, it is arcane warded and locked.
Oh, did
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I believe, unfortunately, the one who had locked it has died.
Who
I
locked it?
punched the door.
that is your wizard.
I point at the woman whose head is currently crushed.
You can't
Was
see it;
crushed
just
by-
whole body buried under all the debris and rubble.
I point where the body was.
Can I do an Arcana? See what I know about the spell.
Make it to hit roll, Addis.
That is your wizard. Just like get rid of it.
I'm going to. Addison is gonna start
Wis-
punching the
Wis-
door.
Wistora gives Garth a look to see if he really believes that.
Oh, I do.
Like-
So that will hit. Roll your damage. It definitely sparks and crackles as you hit it, and I need a athletics check.
18.
You are pushed back 5 feet.
Frosty, as terrible as this is, as Elsbeth is asleep, I will search Valjean's body to see if he has anything for her to give to her, anything on him.
Make an investigation check.
Stand back. Gonna be great. 4.
Empty pockets and lint. He didn't have
I will
much.
I will close his eyes, and
And
assuming
you
that
had to dig through the debris to find him.
yeah, no, I know, but and assuming Elsbeth is still sort of asleep and exhausted, I'll just kind of carry her like the small child she is as I'm walking through the library and eventually up towards the top.
Okay.
Frosty.
Yes.
I would like to rage
All right.
and spend the next minute of that rage reckless attacking this door with a great axe. This is also the only time any of you have seen Addis actually pull out like an axe. He's been using one hand this entire time.
Make it.
Oh my God, Addis, are you okay? Are you okay?
Make it to hit roll. I'm just gonna have you do one to hit roll and one set of damage and see if you could accomplish it in a minute.
Okay. Come on, roll. This is a freaking great axe. Come on. 15 max damage.
Huge.
So yeah, it'd take you about
plus
eight.
plus rage. Plus rage.
It'd take
That'd
you
be
8
70.
turns
Yeah.
to get through and break the barrier and door. And as you come out, just smash the door. You see 5 law mages lined up outside, like looking over. Kind of one of them, like looking at some coffee, trying to look at some designs, and kind of talking. And they turn. Stop! Stop! You're under quarantine.
We killed the fucking ghost.
Is anyone singing?
No. Everyone's fucking dead. Well, most of them are.
Remain in there we'll have to keep you in there for 24 hours. If no singing occurs, we'll allow you out.
Can we get a medic or some shit in here? Or like, I don't know, potions.
In a
There are
day.
dead bodies in there.
Well, I'll see if I can arrange some food and potions to be sent for the injured.
Yeah. Thanks.
Please return. And you can see he is terrified. Like, you don't even need an insight check. He's almost surprised that you are able to talk. Like, when you came blasting through the door, he assumed that you had been driven insane by whatever was going on.
Addison's probably covered in blood.
Yeah,
got wood
yeah.
splitters all over his
And
legs.
he's just like, you can tell he's trying to keep the situation from escalating and just wants you to go back inside so that you don't infect anybody.
Addis will head back inside and be like, "You better get some good fucking food."
Look at you make a perception check.
Sure. 11.
You hear him saying something, but you can't tell what as you go back in.
Addis will go back down and be like, I got the door open, but they want us to stay down here because of fucking quarantine.
No, they're undoubtedly worried about that song thing.
Yeah.
So I will, hearing that, I will take Elsbeth over to a place where the law mages can't see or hear. But I will start.
Well, there's
singing
like
to
just
her.
a little door, so like you'd have to. There's only one way in and out. You'd have to walk past to get that, or
No. I meant in the library. I'm gonna sing her a lullaby. That's all I was saying.
Oh, okay.
Without
I thought you were
breaking
trying to say that you were taking her somewhere
No,
outside.
no.
Misunderstood.
No.
Misunderstood.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying he brings her over to a secluded corner and just. Is it the wind there over your shoulder?
Hadrian, Hadrian, you know that thing. You know, you're the expert on PTSD and stuff, but maybe the song isn't.
It's not the song, Addis. It's not the same song. It's
I know it's not the same song. I just mean, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. And he looks down at her and just. Prithee, princess.
She's just she's out. She's cried herself to sleep, and
No. He just says she's soft, very softly. Princess, prithee, sleep away the crystal tears, and come towards a world. 'Tis deserving of your innocence and cheer. For in this time and place we canst not but help. Look to the darkness, and in you I see a light. Until just hold her and eventually go to sleep.
And with that, I think we're going to take our break. Go take a 10-minute bio-needed break, and then we will return and pick up with what you guys are doing in the library for the next day. So thank you, everyone. Stay tuned. Things are a bit intense. Sorry you had a rough time, Addis, and we will return soon. All right, and we're back. Thank you for bearing with our little break, everyone. So we are going to take a moment now as you guys take a bit of a long rest, settling in. They're going to keep you here for 24 hours, so you'll still have some time, but you're going to spend at least 8 hours of that resting. You guys are all going to get to level up, so we're going to go through each of you and kind of do your level ups one by one and what you're doing. So let's start with Hadrian.
Okay, so I will roll my dice.
And if you roll less than the average for your hit points, I have you guys take the average for the level.
And I did, so I will add my average, so that will put me at 52 HP, and I will take my feat will be resilient in Constitution.
All right. Magnar.
Okay, I know less about what I'm doing, so...
So first up, roll your new HP.
So my hit dice are D8, so... Is it 1D8?
Yep, so if you roll a 5 or less, it equals 5. Plus your Constitution modifier.
That is 6.
All right, so 6 plus Con modifier.
Con modifier... the con modifier is 0. Okay.
All right. Addis.
4.
Yep. Going to be grabbing.
You gonna level up as Barbarian again, or?
Yep. That was a 1.
Oof.
So,
Good thing you get the average, which for a D12 is 7.
yep. So that'll be
Go
7
wizard! Go wizard!
plus.
Fist wizard.
It's tempting,
Muscle
but I
wizard.
do grabbing a feat. So that will be.
What feat are you going to take?
I'm grabbing Strike with a Fire Giant, as we
That's right.
discussed.
Can you tell the audience what that does? We did approve that one. We went over it and reviewed
Sure. Yeah, it's part of a funky Giants UA, which is always cool. As a bonus action, I can sort of imbue my strikes with power, and the next time I hit a target with a melee or thrown open attack within the next minute, it gets a special effect depending on the type of giant, which for me is fire, which means it takes an extra 1d8 fire damage. I can use that in the number of times equal to my proficiency bonus.
Now, I will say I have not approved all of those feats, but as we go through, I will take a look and approve the ones that fit. Garth.
All right, I will roll my hit dice. And I rolled the average, so I'll add that to my health. That's going to be, math's tough. 32 hit points. And I would like, if I can, to change my fighting style with martial versatility, which is an optional raise
Yeah,
for
yeah. You can change one of your things or swap out a feat when you level.
And I'd
I do
like to
allow
know if
that.
you'd be okay with this. It's called Close Quarter Shooter. It's in Unearth Arcana
All right.
fighting style. I can send it to you if you want.
Yeah. Can you post that in the Roll20, and I'll share
Yes,
it
I
to the
There it is.
Close Quarter Shooter. So we're gonna look over this for a second. I'm gonna post it to the stream chat so everybody can see it. Skill in making ranged attacks at close quarters and using ranged weaponry to control the area around you. You get the following benefits. You gain a +2 bonus to attack rolls you make with ranged weapons against creatures within 15 feet of you. When making a ranged attack while you're within 5 feet of a hostile creature, you do not have disadvantage on the attack roll. And make opportunity attacks with ranged weapons as if your ranged weapons were melee weapons.
That's cool.
Let me take a look. Sharpshooter. I'm comparing it to other similar
Right. Yeah.
feats.
It's just just makes it so you can kind of be effective with the ranged weapon at close quarter. I know it might seem a little bit overpowered. I was thinking maybe, but I'm not sure because all the benefits are just within like 15 feet.
Well, it's like crossbow expert, but like
It's crossbow
more
expert
broad than crossbow.
Yeah, for non-crossbows.
I will allow it, but not the +2 bonus.
That's fine. But just no disadvantage, and I can make up.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And you can use a ranged weapon to make an opportunity attack.
Thank you. And then I'm not sure my feet yet. What I want to take.
Sharpshooter.
But alert is so cool. Think about it.
Barry could take that.
Plus, does Barry get a feat?
Oh
No,
yeah,
he
it's
doesn't.
a fighting style. It's a fighting style.
It's a fighting style,
Sorry,
not a
feat.
feat.
Not a feat. So let me take a look at that again.
He's just switching his fighting style.
Yeah.
What
So
I
that's
would
good.
say is it would not negate the disadvantage.
Okay, then I will not take it.
Because archery is so much better, just
'cause-
generally speaking.
yeah.
Because crossbow expert specifically gives you that, like it's a feat that specifically gives the
Right.
not imposing. So having a fighting style overwrite the feat,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say is not okay. But I would say it would give you the +2 bonus to attack rolls within 15 feet of you, and can make opportunity attacks with the ranged weapon. So
Just a disadvantage. I think I'm just going to take the archery fighting style then.
yeah. Hadrian, you're muted.
Sorry,
Does-
as a question, the one D&D version of Sharpshooter negates the disadvantage when in close combat, but does not allow the -5 and +10. Would that be a thing if Garth wanted to do that?
The which in
It's the
one
one
D&D?
DD playtest.
The one
yeah.
D&D version of Sharpshooter.
What's it do?
Same thing as usual Sharpshooter, but you cannot do the -5 +10, and instead you can shoot into close quarters, basically.
Yeah.
I would allow that. Yeah, we can
Okay.
use the one D&D feat if you'd prefer.
Sick. Yeah, that'd be awesome. And then I'm going to change my playstyle real quick. And does Barry get a feat at level 4?
No, I don't think so. I was just
No,
checking.
because he is not a sidekick. However, an option for you to consider, if you would like, because right now you're built as a Beastmaster Ranger, which gives you a special connection, and we went over some of the advantages that he's going to get as he levels up. And the other option would be if you didn't want to have the magical connection to him, and this is higher risk, high reward type situation,
Sidekick?
would be you could change your subclass and he could be a sidekick.
I'm gonna stick with
The
it.
catch is if he dies, he's dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with it.
Oh.
I do not remember what we agreed on for levels, so we'll have to go over that sometime. But
Winky Winky would have been my sidekick if he didn't die.
because I don't think
I will say if it means that she doesn't die for stupid plot reasons, Hadrian will totally make Ellsworth a sidekick. I can't deal with another death on my hands.
So I don't think Barry gains hit points at this level at all. I'm not sure. We'll have to go over the level stuff again sometime. But I'm gonna take the one D&D feat.
Okay.
Sharpshooter.
And then Westora. You're muted.
Yes. Need to stop doing that. Yes, for a feat, I was just going to keep it relatively simple and planning on getting skill expert,
Okay.
which is +1 to an ability score, an additional proficiency and expertise. I was going to boost my intelligence, and I was going to take Arcana and become an expert in persuasion. I think my character has been doing a lot of sort of talking and negotiating, mostly with Hadrian and other characters.
That sounds great.
And then the other thing I want to do is I get a spell at my level, and I would like to get a spell off of the Archfey expanded list, Calm Emotions, with the same. It's actually they're probably better spells, but
because you're a warlock, I believe, and let me double check, but I believe your okay, no, it's sorcerer that and cleric. I thought that you just got those. The Archfey expanded as known spells.
No, it's an expanded list of spells, not automatically gained spells.
Yeah.
So
Was just checking the wording. And I do apologize, I've not memorized the wording of every single thing in
That's
all
all
of
right.
the D&D books.
So I didn't pick up a.
How
feat.
dare you? What?
I didn't pick up a feat when I leveled up.
Yes, you do need to.
I think, but I'm slightly less prepared for that. I think I was thinking either.
Can
perhaps
also
linguist-
just do the ASI and get either 2 +1s to put into your stats or a single +2, but I do recommend the feat. I think personally that there's enough feats that give stat bonuses, and feats help diversify the abilities that your character has and can do, and are a much better use of that. So I do prefer if you guys take feats when you level up.
Yes,
Does anyone in our audience have any recommendations for Magnar for a feat to maybe help him out? Let's put it out to you guys, please. If you're viewing us and watching, Magnar, why don't you tell our audience a little bit about your character and see what recommendations they might have for feats?
I mean, he's definitely a scholar. So, and had he been starting to do trying to pick up another language, and was so I was looking at maybe linguist. Longer run, he's obviously fascinated by all of these cogs and gears and mechanisms, and so Artificer maybe in the future. And I know there's an initiate feat.
I was going to say Artificer Initiate would make sense for Magnar.
I was going to say I was going to pick that up yet. He's just starting to get around to tinkering with things. I don't know what that gets me just yet. Let me see. Let me look that up. What does being an initiate do for you? Artificer Initiate. But if I multi-classed into Artificer later, would that make this feat moot?
Well, Frosty, do you
So-
still allow people to switch feats out when they level up?
They do, however, if I recall correctly, the Artificer Initiate. And I just got alerted that.
And pull the wording.
I believe with Artificer Initiate. Where is it? It would not be negated if you ended up taking Artificer later. You get a cantrip of your choice from the Artificer spell list. You learn one of your first level spell of your choice from that list. Intelligence is your spell casting ability for these. You can cast this feat's first level spell without a spell slot, and you must finish a long rest before you can cast it in this way. Basically, you get that first level spell as a once per day spell.
Without a slot. Okay.
Yeah, without using spell slots. However, because it's a spell known, you can use your cleric spell slots to cast it as well. It just uses
You
your
add it to your list and you get a free cast.
and
as well.
it's just that your intelligence is your casting ability for it. And you gain proficiency with one type of artisan's tools, such as tinkerer's tools, if you don't have them already. And so what that could be is representing you starting that journey to Artificer. And then you'd still get all the Artificer abilities when you go down that path.
I think that's a great way to start off then. Yeah.
As you pick up the trinkets and bits and bobs.
Yeah, and I'm starting to try and mend things and fix things and build things and just, yeah. So that is the feat I will take.
All right.
I also just realized that I get a cantrip, a third cantrip, but I'll have to think about that for a minute.
Do you get one of your Eldritch invocations, or
I do not. I did remember
That's
check
fifth,
that.
yeah.
I get my third one at level 5.
Frosty.
Yeah.
The one D&D feat for Sharpshooter also increases my dex by 1.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
My dex is at 20.
Oh, you can't go above 20, unfortunately.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
Well, maybe pick a different ability score. Like
No,
Yeah, it's just
unfortunately not from.
Just
from
dex.
have to take a different feat from to get it different.
Yeah, for that one D&D feat,
Yeah.
it's just dex. Some have multiple, but this one's just dex.
This is Adrian cradling Elspeth, by the way. My cat came to me, so it's all right. It's all right.
All right. So, if everybody's finished leveling up, or do you guys need a moment?
Good to
I'm
go.
going to pick my
I'm
cantrip.
good.
All right. As you guys sit around, probably having gone down to rest in the rooms and taken your long rest, having woken up the next day, you guys kind of gather in the small kitchen and dining area to eat on a little bit of breakfast and kind of ruminate about what just recently happened and everything like that. Elsbeth is sleeping in. You have a bit of time to yourselves. Hadrian, you know that they're going to come in here and investigate and probably ask that. So if you do want to try and take care of Elspeth, you're going to need to convince them to let you or try and pull in some strings or do something
Mhm.
to prevent her from becoming a ward of the state. Or, theoretically, you would realize you could use the fact that you're working with Gilles and his connections as a
Oh,
magistrate
I'm aware of that.
to try and pull some authority. Just saying, if that's something that you're looking to pursue.
No, I know.
But
I am gonna go to Elizabeth and talk to her for a bit before they come in. But
she's
yeah.
going to be. She had a London. She's going to be recovering.
Yeah.
So this is just a little bit of time amongst yourselves. You guys had quite the day. There's still things that you were looking to study. You do still have a lot of time for the day. You know, they're not going to let you out until the next morning, right? So long as no incidents happen. So you guys are kind of stuck in here unless you want to try and force your way out or try and negotiate or anything like that.
No.
They would have brought food, left it at the door, and not come closer and let you guys take it. They will have also brought 2 healing potions for any injured. Just regular healing potions. You guys will have recovered your spells, your hit dice. Garth, assuming you pretty much just went to sleep as soon as everything ended,
Yes.
I will allow you to remove your exhaustion.
All of it?
Everyone, I will allow everyone to remove all of their
Holy
exhaustion.
shit, please.
I'm gonna look around the table at everyone as I'm picking at bacon and like putting food onto a plate that I'm not planning to eat and just So we have a house
To the
and
house.
and
Oh,
the
yeah, we have.
child has been orphaned by this and I I won't let her go into the sort of weird magocracy shit they have here. I'm going to protect her.
Um, I While I appreciate your intentions, I would hesitate to think about the life for a girl for somebody in our situation. Do you want to orphan her a second time?
You are
I-
pretty bad about trying to stay alive, Adrian.
I look at Addis and Westora and say, well, maybe I need a reason. I don't know if this is it, but
I'm more worried about the fact that our own futures are very uncertain right now. I mean, what if something unintentional happens to us? Well, we just had a room full of people die around us. You really think it's safe to be around us for a young girl?
I think that based on what I've seen of Amaris, I would rather her be in our charge. And if inducted into their schools, inducted under our auspices, then just given over to the likes of Gilles and others. I mean, look at her. She's innocent.
And she probably won't be if we take her with us.
I don't. Alice, I'm not planning to take her with us. I just want to make sure.
Well, what happens when we leave here?
One thing at a time, Mastora.
I don't think that is a good approach. If you have to abandon her again, if she becomes attached to you, she's going to relive all this trauma once more.
Then
You're not in a position to take care of her. None of us are.
I
could make her a little backpack and carry her around like that'd be
oh,
fun.
that would be so cute.
But also terrifyingly stupid.
I don't think that's
Yeah.
very safe.
Yeah, no, I think
I never said it was a good idea. I said it was a fun idea.
Fun.
I think
for
she's
who?
seen quite enough battles for one day. Well, for one lifetime.
no, she has. Listen, even if it's just taking her under guardianship and getting her inducted into the schools here with my stamp of whatever, like I won't leave her to just be taken in by the state.
Is that a bad thing?
Yes.
I'm genuinely asking because
No, I say yes.
I don't know if that is. I mean, it's not ideal. Ideal would be for her to have her father, but that's no longer an option.
Right.
The state could ensure that she has a future. We can't.
The state.
What would be her future with us?
Restora, I'm not saying she travels with us. I'm saying she is our, or my, if you don't want to take responsibility, my ward, not the state's. Not Amaris's.
Right, but you got to think of her.
I am thinking of her. I've
We're
seen Jill. Do you really think his students love him? Do you think if we gave her to his care,
I mean,
he would be gentle?
aren't you proposing that anyway? Even if you make her your ward, you're just going to be giving,
her to
right?
the
Like
school.
we have to leave. Can you even be a ward if you're not around?
I have no idea.
Well, I imagine if we had staff in our house to look after it, but I don't think we have the finances to keep that going for very long.
Well, we could. I mean,
How
how
much
much does it
gold would
cost to
that
hire
be?
a staff?
Well, hold on. Okay.
Like, I mean, a good staff, like a quarter staff, probably costs you around 10 gold.
If you wanted to leave her in the house here in the city as a magic user, obviously that's not gonna happen because in this state she has to become licensed, so she has to go to the school.
Give her more ring
I don't know if that'll work.
that lets her cast magic.
I think questions will get asked eventually.
I think another thing to point out is: are any of us capable of training her to properly use her magic?
I am. I'm a wizard.
This is a wizard, yeah.
There seems to be a somewhat
I think
recent
your
development.
magic is of a very different nature than hers.
What kind of magic did you have? I can't remember.
I have no idea.
It's not yours.
Listen,
Of course not. I'm unique and
Look,
special.
she's still young. Going to school sounds like a good idea, and maybe she'll actually meet up with Pirate Girl.
I will stand
Oh,
up and just say
That's a good
yes.
point.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
we
could
should
be
try and
good
get her to go
friends.
with Pirate Girl. Yeah.
With Lena. But listen, if it comes down to it, we need to hire someone. Then I will put my earnings and my gold towards that.
I don't. It's not a matter of money to me. You are going to cause way more harm than not if you keep her. You are not in a position to raise a child. You're just not.
I cock my head.
You've got
We'll see.
you've got a homicidal brother. You yourself have murderous tendencies that you are fighting. You barely know who you are half the time. What if you go on a rampage and she gets hurt? What if we get attacked by Godric and she gets hurt? What if
Well, she's not going
Jill
to be with
betrays
us.
us and she gets hurt? Well, no, but she will be at a location like a house, and she will be connected to us. She'll be a vulnerable target for anybody who wishes to come at us.
Blackmail.
Well, I very much doubt that Pirate Girl. Sorry, I keep forgetting her name. Terrible.
Lena.
Lena.
It's
Athelina.
Athelina.
Yeah, Athelina. Well,
I know,
I
but
very
her
much
name
doubt that
shortened
she's
was
going to be
Lena.
sort of commuting back and forth between her dad and the school. Is she?
Well, no, but if she's going to be at the school, then it defeats the whole purpose of what Adrian is saying.
And Jacques and Athelina, Jacques' plan was to sell the pearls to get enough money to pay for her to get into
send out
Strixhaven
Lena.
and move
Mhm.
to Amaris, like move to the capital so that she could go to the school.
Ah.
But he didn't have enough money just
So that
as a
wasn't just to
fisherman.
cover the fees. That was to cover moving.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and this is what I'm saying.
Another thing. You don't know what her family's like. She could have an aunt, or grandparents, or cousins, people who are actually blood related to her who could take care of her. You haven't even looked into that yet.
I will ask her. And at that, I'm going to get up and walk out of the room.
As you're getting up and walking around the corner, you see Elizabeth kind of walking out, rubbing her eyes, big kind of night clothes on. You can see the blood splatters on them. Daddy? I'm hungry. Daddy? Kind of looking around.
I'll look at her and hold a hand out and say, come on, Elizabeth, we can get you some food.
When's Daddy gonna come back? From being a hero. Just kind of walks in with sees all of you guys.
I'm gonna give her a bit of a hug and pick her up and carry her towards the thing and just, sometimes in those books you've read, that's the problem with heroes. They leave for a long time and they don't come back.
They always come back, and they marry the princess, and they get the whole kingdom to themselves, and then the princess becomes mighty and takes over the kingdom and has all kinds of fancy parties and gets to wear fancy dresses.
And someday, Elsbeth, you will be a mighty princess who takes over a kingdom and wears all those dresses because your daddy was a hero. Is a hero.
When does he come back? He wouldn't leave me.
I will set her down and look at her and say, sometimes the hero makes a sacrifice for the princess.
What sacrifice?
Do you remember the monster that came and made everybody sing?
Mm-hmm. Scary ghost fish and a really, really scary song.
Remember the scary ghost fish?
Mm-hmm.
We all here, we couldn't beat it.
Is Ghostfish coming back?
No, the ghost fish isn't. The ghost fish, and I grab her shoulders and like hold her in. The ghost fish isn't coming back because your daddy was a hero, and he knew that somebody had to make a choice, and without him, we couldn't have stopped the bad person.
She kind of looks at you nervously, and you can see her. But... So, Daddy stopped the ghost. So, he's coming home, right? My daddy is coming back to get me. He's gonna be here soon, right?
I'm so sorry, Elspeth.
No, Daddy's. She kind of starts trying to push away from it. Where's my daddy? I gotta go find my daddy. I got. She kind of pushes away, trying to fight, and goes to run.
I don't let her push away. I mean, I'm not being violent, obviously.
No, she starts saying, "No, I gotta find my daddy."
I just hold her until again. She's a child. She's eventually she'll stop. She'll keep crying and I just go. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I also.
Are any of you doing
sorry,
anything?
just want to check. I assume we gave the bodies were sent out of the place, right?
You guys could have. You haven't said you guys kind of just went and rested. So
yeah, I feel like we would have probably tried to send the bodies up. Could we check? A bit macabre, but checking what they've got on them. I know
I tried, yeah, but
Crinky Dinky had a whole bag of stuff that he had stolen from everyone else. So
Wistora might actually go to the law mages.
well, they're keeping their distance, and if you try and go up to the door,
I'm not going to try to get. I wanted to talk to them, not do anything. And I'll say, there is a young girl here whose father has unfortunately passed. Could you see if she has any relatives who can come pick her up when the quarantine is over?
What is the name?
Is it Esmith? Was it?
Elsbeth.
Esmith. Esmith.
Elsbeth. It's Elsbeth.
I know. I was saying that's what Wisora remembered.
No, I thought I said.
Well, they're doing that.
Elspeth.
Addis, will you roll? 3d10. Or sorry, 5d10. 5d10.
5d10. Oh my goodness.
And tell me what you roll for the first one.
6.
6. Alright. Will you roll a d100 for me?
Oh boy. I explode. 35.
35. So he's got a small little tiny sort of trinket chest in there. A little old hope case, those little tiny things that you put little knickknacks in. With looks like 100 blue pills in it. What was the next number? The next number on the D10.
6.
And then will you roll a D100 for me?
This one better be filled with red pills. That way I can do the Morpheus speech. That's a 9.
A 9 on a D100. Okay.
Yep, I'm rolling absolutely well.
A old letter written in strange font by an individual that's rather pissed off and has officially declared war and is declaring an all-out war and will see the elimination of the nation of Figolet.
Is that a name I've ever heard of?
No.
How do I spell that? Fig-lit?
Uh-huh. Or we'll say Figelia. We'll say Figelia.
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 This is gonna be plot relevant, guys. Then it was a 3 on the D10.
Okay, will you roll another D100?
Oh my goodness. Magdura, but oh, I rolled the wrong dice. I was like, how did I roll a 0?
Literally impossible to do.
Yeah, I was rolling fate dice by accident. Oops. It's a 64.
64. All right. So you will find a music box that plays by itself whenever you're holding it, and has a little black, sort of dark, pale-skinned, black gothic fairy with black wings that kind of moves and rotates on it
Magnar, I think you
in
gave up
a
your
kind of
music box.
suggestive pose as
And,
she twirls around what looks like a little tree branch.
Addis will take the little figurine off the top and hand the music box to him.
Make an athletics check.
Okay.
Ooh.
Break it in half.
Oh, God.
Addis is
7.
obsessed with smut.
Oh my.
Seems to be one solid piece, and you're trying not to break it.
Okay. Just take the whole thing. You'll
Uh,
need it more than I do.
Dirty
And
man.
as you
Oh.
touch it, there's a warmth to the skin of the fairy.
Yeah, take it. Take it.
Well, this is quite the. Oh, I say. Right. Yes. I'll
and
look
at-
at that later.
But yeah, as you hold it, basically the little fairy comes to life and does a little burlesque dance to music, and like winks at you and flirts as she does a little dance
may
around
have
this
to
tree.
borrow
It's like a
that.
little gothic fairy.
That's right. It's quite enough sort of magical music for now, young lady.
All right, so now the fourth D10
Is a 10.
and a D100.
Let me try to roll the right one this time. 86.
Get out of here.
You're
All right, bye.
your
Everyone's
party
like,
vanishes.
You wake up in the plate of hell.
There's a little tiny, unfinished dollhouse sized for like a pixie's child.
I think I found where the burlesque dancer lives.
She's too big for it.
Even
Oh.
smaller.
Maybe her kid? I don't know. Excuse me, ma'am.
All right, and then the last one
And then a 1.
and a D100.
82.
It looks like this kind of handkerchief that's kind of folded and wrapped up. It's kind of maroonish, a dark, deep maroon. As you start to unfurl the handcloth, it poof into this kind of big, elaborate, pointy hat with a big maroon hat with a big black feather. And then as you kind of put it up, it just folds back into a little bit of cloth to put in your...
Oops, sorry. Ignore that click.
It's cursed. This will put the hat on his head.
You would also find a little doll skewered with needles.
That's definitely not suspicious at all.
Okay.
Any gold or anything? Or
On the bodies, you would also find a key on Sabina's body that would have unlocked the door.
oh,
Why did we think of that?
I'm gonna take it anyway because it's a magic key, right?
On Roxy, you'd find a diamond worth
Mhm.
300 gold.
Oh shit, Magnar, you want this?
Yeah, what? Sorry?
It's a
He's
diamond
right.
worth 300 gold.
He's proposing to you, Magna.
I
was getting- I was
can
getting
certainly
down on
make
it.
sure this gets.
I was gonna say,
put to very
he can't
good
get
use.
down on one knee because even if he gets down on a knee, he's taller than you, so it doesn't really work. But
2 quills between Crinky and that.
Sweet.
A component pouch on Roxy. One moment, because she had a magic staff. I gotta generate one.
You want the diamond though?
Well, I might certainly be able to put use to it. Yes.
Hey, Adish.
She
Yeah.
has. You'd find a staff of bird calls.
Staff of bird calls.
On
Garth, that
Roxy.
would be good for you.
Oh, perfect. Because I think you might want the spear bear because I cannot hit shit with it.
Wooden staff decorated with bird carvings. It has 10 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 charge from the staff to cause it to
Oh my
create
god.
one of the following sounds out to a range of 60 feet. A finch's chirp, a raven's caw, a duck's quack, a chicken's cluck, a goose's honk, a loon's call, a turkey's gobble, a seagull's cry, an owl's hoot, or an eagle's shriek. The staff regains 1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn. If you expend the last charge, roll d20 on a 1. The staff explodes in a harmless cloud of bird feathers and is lost forever.
Would you
Garth, you want the stick?
the stick?
You can-
Would you want the spear?
And remember, that's
I
what
don't-
Roxy had. Roxy had the staff
Yeah.
of bird calls.
With Stora, by the way, by this point has probably come back and is looking at them, looting bodies of these people.
Them, not me. It's not
Oh.
me.
Hadrian is not looting anything. He's just sitting there with the
Looks
girl
at
in his arms.
Addis looting the bodies of these
Addis,
people.
Addis is literally standing over one of the bodies with a knife out, like cutting off like a coin for it.
Yeah, and she'll look at you and says,
You would have found
Don't
36
you-
gold and 21 silver.
"Don't you suppose that they have family who might want their belongings?"
I mean, I could suppose, but what's
Most
the
of
point
this is
supposing?
magical,
So you're-
so it's
so
very
you're
likely
just
to
gonna-
be used
You're
to
just
their
going to
relatives.
steal from the relative. You think the family would find no use out of a diamond and 100 gold?
Here's the secret, Restora. I killed about half these people, and Hadrian did the rest. So, like, I don't know if the family would even. The family would be pretty mad with us anyway. I don't think this gold's gonna matter too much.
All right, so stealing from them after murdering their loved ones makes it okay because they hate you all anyway.
Yeah, now you get it. You're getting the
No.
hang of this, Restora. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we're on the same page. Got mind link.
I'm completely oblivious to everything going on. He's just singing to Elspeth.
it just seems more than a little morally wrong to
I mean, she's kind
to
of.
deprive the people whose family members you killed of any
Hey,
belongings that belong to them after having killed their
So
family.
do you want me? Okay, I can go up to Elsbeth and say, "Hey, your dad's dead. Here's a little thing that I
My
stole
dad's
from his body."
dead!
I told her that already.
There it is.
No, you said he
He's
You've
going.
No,
been
I-
dancing
I-
around it. Yeah,
I
you've been
did.
It
dancing
was pretty
around it.
cryptic.
And she starts
ripped the
to
Band-Aid out.
scream and kick
And
and fight and cry.
I just keep holding her. I don't.
I thought you were in a different room. Sorry.
we are great people.
I thought. Yeah.
We are. the
I'm
best.
sorry. I thought that she had gotten it when I was like, he's not coming back. But because I did say that, like I did dance around. He's dead, but I said he's not coming back. So like, you
Yep.
know.
Maybe if I give her the dollhouse, that'll magically fix the problem.
Addis, shut up.
Oh gosh.
Eventually, like she screams until she passes out. Like tantrums wear a kid out, and
No, I know. That's why I don't let
Yeah.
her go until she's done. Then I just.
Yeah, we'd be great caretakers.
Yeah. We are
Wonderful.
great
I can
guys.
just see it now.
Barry
I-
kind of
I-
goes and cuddles up around Elspeth.
I'm sitting there with her, so I still haven't let her. So I will cuddle up in Barry's fur with her, but I'm not. I am not letting this child go. Like,
Okay.
and I appreciate that sentiment with Sora, but I'm just saying that
Well, so, Garth, what are you doing as Addis is searching the bodies, and then what is Magnar doing?
I'll go over to Magna, I suppose.
All right.
Oi, Magna.
Oh, hi, Garth. What? Yes, hello.
Correct.
I got
You
attacked
do
by
get your
this
hit
book.
point, your hero points
earlier.
back.
I was wondering if you could tell me what it is. I'll reach my pouch and pull out the wizard's tower and hand it over.
What am I looking at? What is this?
It's a book that attacked me earlier. I can't
It-
read it.
It attacked you.
Yes.
Well, I'll hang on a minute. Let's set it square on the floor, just aside from us for a minute before it does anything else.
What's that about?
And yeah, pulls out the pearl and goes through its little identifying ritual, sort of tapping it and rubbing it and rolling it around.
It's a
Okay.
book.
Well,
That book is sexual in nature. You might not want to rub it.
I just want to know what the book is.
Well, I'm not aware of that just yet. So.
I just want to know what it's about.
It's called the Wizard's Tower.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm taking that at face value.
Give
for the
me
moment.
one moment.
Magic.
I'll actually bring it into the game. For some reason, it's not there.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
Pages, characters, handout. Ah, the glories of being a GM and having to do all the bookkeeping. Handouts.
Bookkeeping, the Wizard's Tower.
Hey.
You know?
It's the rough spin off of the Dark Tower, you know. They were having a rough time.
And the Twin Towers. But that's a different kind of vibe, you know?
Oh,
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if
Sorry.
those
Sorry,
people-
everyone.
So it's not a Triton Trickery, Turtle Tools, Tanashi, Tiamat, Western, Traveler, Turtle, the Scoundrel, the Rules of Acquisition, the Root, the Nine of Cups, the Mine, Guild, Fall of Ishkar, the Bursting, Brazier, Telephone, Tabaxi. Where is Mysterious Book? Is it not in this
Curious
one?
book. Oh no.
No, we lost it. It's fled.
Crestborn. Trying to remember what,
It's stealthed. It's waiting to strike again.
because it is a magical item, so I'm trying to import it.
Okay.
Well, I found the Succubus collection.
Use
No.
that.
As long as you got the important stuff, Frosty, that's all that matters.
Right.
Wizard's Tower. There we are.
Yo, here we are.
Here we go.
Enlarge, reduce. That's the only spell in there.
I will also give you Addis the +1 spear. I do not
Oh,
want to.
I saw it. No, it disappeared again.
I
There
guess
it
we'll
is.
take it.
Oh,
Oh, I see. Right.
So it
I
is
had
a
a bit of
spell
a clue
book.
going in.
it's a spell book.
As you identify it. And then, are you going to look through it? As you it looks like a spell book.
Well, that's what I can tell from the outside. Let's have what exactly caused it to start attacking you?
I don't know. I was sleeping.
It was a ghost.
And
It was
attacked
all
me.
Evil
that
ghost.
ghost that caused the books to attack all of us.
Oh, so that's
Yeah.
probably nothing to do with this book at all. Then, right then, yes, I'll start flicking.
All
through.
right.
Read a passage to me or something.
So it contains the spells, and you can edit the handout so you can keep track of it.
Oh, edit. Yes.
Charm Person, Color Spray, Disguise Self,
So
Enlarge, reduce. Enlarge, reduce. Come on.
Expeditious
Enlarge,
Retreat,
Oh no!
Grease,
Oh,
Oh.
God!
Oh.
Um, uh, that for level 1s. Alter Self. Blindness, Deafness.
Oh.
Kinky. Okay.
Detect Thoughts.
Oh,
Enlarge,
my goodness.
Reduce.
Nah,
Thank you.
Hold Person.
Ooh, do not like that.
Oh boy.
Mirror Image. Rope Trick.
All right. Makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Suggestion.
Ooh, not great.
Major Image. Black Tentacles.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That escalated quickly.
And Charm Monster.
Oh, and Charm, of course. Just sprinkle on top, Charm Monster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a little bit of.
As well
bit ahead of
as Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum.
Say again.
Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum, right?
Yep.
I will say, as they are looking through this smut and getting magical capacities from it, Hadrian is just off to the side with the child. He's blind to everything else, I think, at this point in time.
Addis at this point is peering over Magnar's shoulder like, that's a really good spell. Just-
Oh, yeah.
That's my
Oh,
book.
and Scrying. Scrying would be the last one.
That's my book.
some voyeurism on top.
That's a really good spell right there. Oh, wow.
Yeah,
It's so good.
yeah. With enlarge reduce, you could technically make me smaller.
Mhm.
You cannot use a spell book.
You could hit somebody with it.
I
could teach you to read it.
But that's not really going to teach him to be able to cast.
No,
it,
but
right?
it's still it's good learning material.
Right.
Hey,
I
you might
will
not
say
believe
there's
me,
not.
but smut uses some big fancy words if you're teaching someone to read. If they're an adult,
Well, learning to read is often aided by illustrations, and this
Exactly.
is certainly that.
Yeah.
There's pictures in it.
I mean, did you see the illustration on page 6? That was. Ooh.
I haven't even opened it yet.
Oh.
It just
I read ahead.
got straight to being hit by it. Well, that's an eclectic set of spells.
I'll have it back.
Yeah, Wasora, by the way, is nowhere near any of this.
You all have
Well, yes.
we should ask Wasora if she can learn this.
What is Wastora
Keep-
doing? Well, they are.
Very good care of it.
She's mostly not looking forward to having to remove this child from Hadrian, and so she is currently looking with some very real concern at his rapid, sudden attachment to this child who has been caught up in all this crap. And so she is currently sort of near the exit, waiting for the time to be up, so that hopefully, if the child still has family, she can find out before Hadrian does, so she can hopefully be in a position to better convince Hadrian to let the girl go home.
Okay.
Magnar, could I maybe ask you a question about something you're more comfortable with?
Yes, certainly. Although that was perfectly straightforward. What? Yeah, what?
I'm just gonna pull up my sword real quick. No. So he pulls out.
Phrasing.
Addis pulls out a magical longsword. And Zora
If you know
waves
what I'm
it. And goes,
saying.
if you know what I'm saying. I happened to come across this and a massive spear from Garth. Garth gave me a spear.
Goth gave me a massive spear, everyone.
Yeah. And I feel like I am slowly coming into possession of a lot of magical weaponry. That I can only wield so many of at one time.
Right. Yes, it's starting to look well. Although,
You can't handle that many weapons.
No. You know, I
given
only
your
have so many
size,
hands.
there's quite a lot you can fit on a belt around you, and a
That's
back and a
that's
sling and a.
that's true, but like the weapon that I'm actually thinking that I might want to use, I don't have is the issue.
Oh, what might that be?
I've been using a shield for a while now, and while it's been nice, I also feel like I don't really get hit much to begin with.
Well, no, most
So
buggers run away from you.
yeah, or I'm made of rock, so I can just sort of shrug it off anyway. So I was thinking like something like a glaive, so that when they run away from me, I can just hit them when they run.
Interesting.
But like I said, it's like one of those things where it's like I've got a spear, but it's not long enough. I've got a sword, but I don't really want to use a sword. I have this great axe, but I literally just have been carrying this around with me for a while. It's good for doors. I found that out. It's good for doors. But beyond that,
Yes,
I
you
don't
made
really want to
quite
use it.
a
Yeah,
short work of that door, even though it was magically.
yeah. So I didn't know if it. I know you're like a crafting person, like Smith, right?
Well, my family is. My father and my brothers and all that.
Yeah.
And sort of working directly in the forge hasn't worked out so well for me. But that's not to say that through direct connection with Deskar and channeling his skills and abilities and ability to tolerate the fumes of the forge, that I can forge some weaponry. It won't be magical, mind you.
Hmm. Do you think it's better than to maybe try and sell this stuff and buy a magical weapon, or for you to make something?
Well, if you had something very specific in mind, I mean, it's not many things come in your size, I imagine, so it might be difficult tracking down exactly the right thing. So, if you had, if you wanted to sketch something out, I don't know if you can draw, but then maybe we could work together on something that would fit you.
Okay.
And I could actually, if this, you say it's magical, the stuff you've got. You haven't got that's not
Yeah.
magical.
I've got just a bunch of medals. I've got a library card. I have this key. Well, no, it's a magical key.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's magical key, but it's more that you lose any magical in it. But I could
I have
consume that
a bunch of
metal.
javelins.
Oh, we could, yeah. If we use a bunch of javelins, throw in the magical key, which is probably got some value, maybe some gold coins, and give me some time, we could make something precisely to your.
Also, I do have this, and I'm not entirely sure where I can't remember where I got it from, but if you could maybe work this in, and Addis is gonna pull out what looks to be like a weird black rock, and he goes, I think yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's cool and it's very warm, and it's like a little heating rock. I
And you'd
definitely
like me
didn't
to
get this through anything traumatic, and if you could put this in the glaive, that would be cool.
Well, I can make sure there's a mount for it. I'd be slightly nervous about.
Like you could just make it part of the handle or something. I don't know.
I'll find a way to do that.
All right. So there you are doing that. You guys do have a little bit of time. Are any of you using this opportunity to look up anything or research, or are you mostly just keeping to yourselves? Doing your own thing.
I don't have anything in mind to do any more research for right now.
Okay.
Actually, since we have the time, does the library have like like a genealogical section,
Uh,
like any
make
records
an investigation
or...
check.
I can't find it.
Yeah, you search and search, and there's just between the damage to the library, the blood splatters, everything that's been going on, your heart's just not in it, and you're not finding anything. Eventually, they do come in and kind of start investigating, finish the quarantine. You are each taken and individually questioned by the law mages to try and figure out what happened and what was going on and why everything got locked down and who did what. Are you guys so we're gonna go. I want each of you to put into the chat in Roll20 a 1 if you're telling the truth about anything, and 2 if you're lying, but don't hit enter until I say.
Okay.
But sorry, it was 1 if you're telling. Wait, 1
if you're
going
to tell the truth about everything that happened, or 2 if you're going to lie.
And 2 if you're lying.
2 if you're going to lie about what happened.
What if I have no fucking clue what happened?
Well, then you tell the truth. Potentially.
Yeah.
All right, and let me know when you guys have gotten your entry.
I'm ready.
All right.
I'm ready.
Oh, sorry.
Hit enter. All right. So all of you told the truth about what was going on.
Distance, at least.
And it's kind of put together that there was extenuating circumstances, so you guys aren't tried for any crimes or anything like that, but they do close up the library. You guys are allowed to return. The investigator wasn't really a bad person. It was kind of harsh on a little bit. Definitely didn't do anything like that. Hadrian, if you were going to try and persuade them to let you keep... to not take custody of Elsbeth, I do need you to make a persuasion check at disadvantage. And Westora, if you're going to try and convince them that they need to be into custody,
I'll use my inspiration to make that a straight
I'll need
roll,
you to make a persuasion check.
All right.
18.
Am I at disadvantage?
No. That's the thing that they're inclined to do, so if you're trying to give them more of a reason to do it...
I'm going to spend advantage. I'm going to spend inspiration to get advantage on the roll.
All right, fine. Well,
I mean,
because you guys would not be in the same room when they were doing this. It's just kind of going on.
No,
in the course
I'm aware. I'm just. All right.
Oh,
you do that.
What is that? 2 nat 20s?
Yeah, it's 2 nat 20s.
Holy shit!
So they inform you, Hadrian, that they're going to take her to one of the orphanages here in town. And
Great. Orphanages are fantastic.
While they
They
search
always
for
care
her
for children.
parents, while they search for any of her relatives, however, if they are unable to locate them and you are still interested, they can notify you if they open up the adoption process. If you'd like them to notify you.
I would.
They do tell you, however, that usually if they aren't able to locate the next of kin or next parental figure or guardianship within 30 days, generally that's when they start looking to open them up to adoption. However,
I don't suppose I can pull the Jill connection here.
Would you?
Since we didn't
As you're
actually roll
talking,
this out.
let's go through it. As they're talking, like, so we do have to try and look and notify that thing and see if they have any relatives or genes with any of the nobility. They do want us to recover the last pigs.
Listen, we myself and my companions have a working relationship with the Magister Gilles de Rais. And I know that this child, regardless of who her family is, will have a better life if those connections are pulled for her to get her into the places she needs to be.
If Gilles,
I'm not.
if this, I am familiar with Gilles de Prismari, and if this is a Prismari child, please let him know, and we can transfer custody over right away.
She is not. That's not what I'm saying. She's not a Prismari child, but we are people in the graces of Prismari, and that's what I'm saying.
He kind of leans in and he says, "As I said, if this child is a Prismari, that would be very important, and we could expedite things."
Do I get the sense that this would mean Jill was the guardian if I said yes to this?
Make an insight check.
Can I? Oh fuck! Please let me reroll that. Like, I desperately want to help this person. Like, could I roll an advantage or something? Oh.
I was trying to. What you aren't able to pick up on is, he is kind of saying like if Gilles, basically he's saying if Gilles, quote unquote, is the parent, they would just give her to Gilles. But you get the impression that he's trying to tell you something else, kind of implying something about Amarisian culture, and you're just not picking up on it.
Can I try again? Like, can I take hit dice of damage to try again? Like, I really want to help this person.
No, but you could talk to the party and see if they can help you figure it out, and then go back to them. It's not the be-all, end-all, but you could try and figure it out, talk to someone else, or talk to people in Amaris to try and get... You get the feeling you're missing something here, and you don't know what it is, but you understand that he's not saying he can't. He's kind of implying there's some red tape that will have to be danced around, and you don't know.
It sounds like he's trying to give you an out. You're not picking up on it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
An out, as in
like a way of accomplishing what you want, but you're not picking up on what that method is.
The out. So the out being
getting her to go with you.
Yeah, and them giving you custody,
handing custody to you.
And he's trying to subtly hit, but you're just not. You haven't figured out what he's trying to say.
Okay, so
but you could talk to people about it.
I will go to the party and talk to them about that.
But you guys would return home after their investigation. You know, well, they'd.
Okay, but can I at least have their like address information so I can go back and talk to them, given that they.
You would know to go to the orphanage. They'd tell you the
again.
one thing.
I will say I'm not going to give up on this.
And I will say he does imply that on the chance that it is a noble child, they're going to send her to one of the upper class orphanages in the head district. But I mean, you also know that like Amaris has a fairly well off life. Like Amaris is well off. There aren't slums and horrible people. Yeah. There's not really homeless and downtrodden.
I'm sure.
You're not going to be able to do it today at this point because they're going to finish up, take her. It wouldn't be impossible. I'm saying you would know where you would need to go because they told you can come and adopt her if everything doesn't go through. You'll just have to talk to the party, but you guys would kind of finish up your interviews. Is there anything specific that you are relaying to the people that interviewed you? I know Hadrian's trying to talk about the Dar. Magnar, is there anything specific you're trying to relay?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
With Stora, is there anything I know you're trying to prevent the adoption, but is there anything specific about the events that you're relaying?
No, I'm
okay.
I'm probably focused on trying to help them as best I can to just make sure something like this doesn't happen again, to make sure that every piece of information. I'm trying to be as helpful as possible.
Make an insight check.
A 10.
I mean, Ameresians have... It is not hard to pick up on the fact that this is very concerning to them. Like, it's stuff like this that is why they consider magic so dangerous and so restricted. And you can... With these particulars, you can tell that this is just kind of reinforcing, but they aren't really being assholes or jerks about it. It's more like they are really concerned about the tragedy that happened here and kind of the nefarious people that might be involved behind it. Like, to them, what you'll be able to pick up is they don't see this as an accident. They see this as bad people did something and caused a magical problem.
Yeah.
Well, they don't think you guys are those bad people. They just they want to get to the bottom of it.
Well, I will make sure to point out then that what the librarian told me about how, or told us, I think, about how there was this person who brought the books there, just so that this apparently was hidden somewhere in the library.
Okay.
And then sort of came out because somebody must have accessed it, which is what it seems like to my character.
Mm-hmm. All right. Garth, is there anything specific you're trying to relay? Or are you just like, I don't know what fucking happened, man. I don't know.
I will show them the book that attacked me. It was him.
Book's just sitting there glaring, cold sight. He's like, oh, the guy interrogates the book. He's good at crack.
Yeah.
All right. Addis, is there anything you're trying to relay?
Addis would have managed to somehow acquire a smoking pipe and a little hat, like a plaid hat, and he's just sitting there and you see, there's something deeper to this mystery because, Crinky Winky, he's the center of this whole thing. He stole the book in the first place, and I don't know why, and that's what I'm trying to get to the bottom to. Because then someone got possessed by the ghost, and the ghost tried to kill Crinky Winky, which means the Crinky Winky was the mastermind. He had to be, right? Like, you somehow connected to everything else.
All right. He's definitely, he's like, yeah, you're right. Like, and why would the ghost be after the person trying to set it free? Crinky Winky had to be up to something else, and the ghost was trying to stop it. Yeah.
Maybe he was trying to channel the ghost's power to summon a bigger ghost.
Yeah.
And pears and parsnips somehow is part of this.
The what? The pixie
pears
house?
And parsnips.
Oh, pears and parsnips.
No, pears and parsnips.
All right, but you guys are eventually released, and kind of all gathering back at at Chateau Breton. Exhausted, you'll settle in for another night's rest as you spent the whole day being interrogated and questioned, waking up the next morning. And trying to decide what the next steps are.
Well,
where you're going to go, things you need to look into. Each of you kind of learned, a few of you learned a few bits and pieces. And it is now, I just got here on that day, so it is now the third waning crescent. It was the third day into, or day 4. Gilles intends to take you to the masquerade party on the 15th. You guys were looking into a few things. A couple of you have had interesting dreams. Addis, you would see something. You did not experience the strange dream, but you would see the scar across it, and you and Garth had talked about that, and they told you a little bit about the dream.
Well, I would think that one thing we need to decide on is what, if anything, we're going to do to warn about Jill's planned attack or involvement
I'm
on
not
the Queen's
engaging.
birthday.
Just gonna go to the orphanage, file those papers.
Well,
That's
you
it.
you don't know what you're supposed to file yet. You have not figured it. Like, you know,
Well,
there's something.
I will do
there.
so then. I will research. That's all I'm doing. That's the rest of my day. Research into that.
Is this the next day?
Yeah, this is the morning.
Right, well, I'm going to go and clear up some spider goop. Anyone going to help?
Oh
Spider
yeah,
goop?
Yes, I will. Yes.
Yeah.
I guess I'll help as well. I bought this apron or something.
Yeah. And as we're down there, because Wasara is really bothered by this as well. While we're there, Hadrian has left, so she'll just say, "Well, I mean, I wanted to talk about this with Hadrian, but he's understandably worried about that girl. But we do need to decide what we're going to do regarding Godric and the Queen's birthday. Like, do we warn them? This is as we're like, as she's picking up like this carapace and like tossing it out the back or something like that.
Addis has a full maid outfit, is holding a massive broom, and is swooping away at some stuff.
A little like French maid outfit just comes up to the
Yeah.
chest
Oh,
on
that's
him.
quite-
Not a little
Big
French
poofy-
outfit, a
Big
one.
poofy skirt.
Yep.
That's... Right, well, we'll have this place cleaned
All
up
the
in no
books
time.
I've read say you wear this when you clean.
I think it looks great. You know,
Thank you.
Very
Yeah.
Your hat on as well, the one you just got.
practical.
Yeah,
easy
yeah,
to
with the
wash.
crimson, with the
Yeah.
crimson hat, with the black feather. Yeah, 100%.
No,
I'm wearing this to the ball.
Sorry, to the... Oh, right, yes, the ball. Wastora, you were saying.
right?
Do we warn?
we probably should.
How does
I-
how does that play out?
Well, the thing is, if we don't say anything, then Godric will likely attack, and whatever he's planning on doing will succeed. I don't see how that's good. The only reason I'm concerned about telling him is I'm worried about Hadrian. Again, it's a shame he's not here, freaking out about doing anything that might in any way whatsoever benefit Jill,
Right.
because he seems
but
to
we're
be
working with, we're working with Jill at this
Well,
point.
still got another
like-
10 days. If you want to have this conversation with Adrian, you can wait until he's got himself sorted out with that wee lass, and we can crack on then.
I mean, it makes sense to have this conversation a few times, though. Like, people might change minds,
Right.
you know. Yeah.
well,
Jill might mind
I-
control one of us on one day.
I
and
might
mind
be
control another day.
pleasantly wrong,
Hmm.
but I am worried that I kind of already know what Hadrian's going to say, and it's going to be anything that helps Jill is not acceptable, so therefore we shouldn't do it.
He is very stubborn.
Right, well, yes, but there's lots of things that help everybody and also happen to help Jill.
Exactly. Look, it would help.
There is
everyone
something
who's-
to be said for, like, keeping
I
things
feel like-
under control and not
Hmm.
handing godly powers to Jill.
Well, like, I feel like the main... Making a wild guess here, if Godric's showing up somewhere, he's probably gonna kill someone. Or lots of people, right? That's sort of every time he's shown up,
Yeah.
people die. Typically, like royals and shit. If this is a big fancy party, there's probably gonna be a lot of royals and shit. So it seems like even if we're like helping Jill, we're also saving a fuck ton of people, aren't we?
Right.
Everyone who's at that party, Godric's gonna try and murder. Because he's shown it before. He doesn't think nobles deserve to live at all. Which they're shitty people, but like he was killing people left and
Right,
right.
now that you mention it, a sort of fancy ball with fancy dress in a fancy palace with fancy people is probably...
Would be he'd just murder everyone because they'd all look like nobles to him, right?
Right.
Yeah. Wastora does give you a slightly sidelong glance when you say how horrible nobles are, but she doesn't really say.
They tried to use children as bullet shields.
Yeah, but she's like looking at you like with a knowing glance.
Oh,
And like kind of like
I am obvious about how horrible I am. They try and pretend that they're better than everyone else.
yeah, she's still looking at you because you apparently are missing an important point.
Stop judging me.
I'll tell you what. If you were, how long are we down in that library? That's taken a while.
Well, 2 days.
A few days.
Yeah.
3 days. 3 days.
So speaking of Godric and ungodly powers,
Yeah.
There was that ring in the museum which you thought might get half-inched, and it may have been while we were.
That's true.
away.
We should check and see if that's been stolen.
And
Yeah.
we should check in on that because I have a feeling that kind of completes the set for Godric, and he was a bit trigger happy with him last time.
Yeah, no, I agree. We
Are
definitely.
you gonna
should do
say
that.
you could summon a worse dragon or something?
Or two.
That would. Yeah.
Frosty, for the purposes of this, if I can't find anything, eventually I'll come back because I don't want to take myself out of the RP for the entire rest of the session. But
Yeah, you'd be coming back now.
all right, fine.
Well, we can. Yeah, we can.
So I mean, like, could we? Here's the thing: we need to figure out how to get it to so that things are. Not everyone would die, right?
Yeah.
But also, we don't want Jill to capture him, right? That's sort of the vibe.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're worried about.
Well,
We're worried
I
about
don't know.
him and then,
I don't
even
know.
out his powers,
I don't know
right?
if Jill capturing Godric is the thing. If it's as much as if Jill capturing Godric helps Jill sort of in
Although
his.
that was like the original job.
Become
right?
a god.
For us
Yeah,
to-
that's his
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah. So I mean, in my mind, Godric can, and forgive me, Adrian, can just die for all I care.
Sure.
But what happens with I agree that I don't particularly care for Jill to gain what he wants either. So
I mean, what we could try and do is we could try and have it so that it works in Jill's favor, but we then make sure that Godric's killed. In the
Good
fight,
luck.
right?
That might be easier said than done.
yeah, I don't know. Well, I think, and Adrian, it's good you came back because the original question that led to this was, should we warn them? Because I know that because we were saying that like, oh, there's time. Magnar made a particular point of that, but that's not necessarily true because if they're going to have to plan about Godric's arrival, because I doubt they're going to cancel the Queen's birthday, it's too public an event. The more time they have to determine what to do or how to respond, the better for them.
I would say that on past experience, Jill is not a master planner of setting traps.
I
No.
was about to say, you can tell them Godric is coming all you want. A, nobody but Jill will believe you. B, Jill won't actually tell anybody else because he's an egomaniacal bastard who wants to capture Godric for himself, so I don't think it will change anything. And C, I don't really give a shit anymore. Let Godric destroy the world, what the fuck do I care?
This
Oh,
is
so
why
you-
we don't trust you with a child.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about trying to save a child's life, but you're apparently okay with her just dying.
Well, I was trying to save her life, but certain people, Anyway,
It's just bureaucracy. I've got plenty of experience with bureaucracy.
no, it's not about bureaucracy, Magna, but I appreciate what you said. I'm gonna go. You all figure this shit out. I'll go check the ring.
We're just one big happy group, aren't we?
Well, hopefully it's still there.
Honestly, Wistora, I do think we should try and tell them. And you're right. Sooner rather than later.
Yeah, we should
All
warn
right.
them. It's gonna save
Because
lives.
and you know what? We'll tell Jill and if we can, we'll tell maybe Jill will know someone else, like a guard or something that he can get us into contact with, and be like, hey, if we set up a real nice trap or shit, or at least like
Yeah.
anti-magic field or something. I don't know. They have to have something like that, right?
I honestly doubt they have anything. Part of the issue is I doubt that one of the things that Hadrian is right about is that not so much about whether or not he would tell people. Certainly, he would do whatever benefits him, but also, I don't think they have an answer for Godric. I have a feeling that whatever's going to happen,
but at
it's
the
going to
same
be bad.
time, yeah. But at the same time, like, you think they'd have some sort of safety preparations for the queen anyway. It might not be able to be enough, but if they prepare it and double prepare it and have fucking Jill, right? Like, I'm not saying it'll work. I'm saying it's better than just letting him massacre a bunch of people and saying, oh, well, I don't give a shit because blah, 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 right?
Yeah. I think we're better off warning them.
Yeah.
Might help save
Plus,
some lives.
Then we kind of earn a little bit of
planning
like,
for extremely
hey,
rapid
told you guys
evacuation
this.
might be.
That as well.
Yeah, like maybe if they could make sure the queen has an escape or something, or make sure that I don't know the nobles can like be put in little bubbles. I don't know.
That'd be pretty funny.
Right. Well,
That would be like imagine like big like anti magic shells around all the nobles, and they have to hamster ball their way out of the place. Yeah.
Frosty, do you have a way of getting in touch with Jill?
You do not. He said that he would be in contact with you in a few days. He had a few things to sort out, so he should be showing up today or tomorrow. But as you're thinking about that, there is a knock at the door. And that is where we'll call it.
Give the devil. It was summoned.
As the early afternoon settles in, there will be a knock at the door as you guys greet it. It will be Jill, smiling, with a couple of books in hand. And that is where we'll pick up next week. So
imagine if he just brings the book that we destroyed back, like, hey guys, found this.
Yeah, it has this really great tune when you just want to say, hey, let's do it together.
So we'll say, Nick, if you want, jump back on camera. So we can all say goodnight. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Again, it is always great to have you with us here on Andromeda Adventures. We love having you. If you enjoyed the show and been enjoying it, please follow. And next time you're in the chat, please comment and chat. We love to see you guys talking about the game as it goes on, and it definitely helps us out. The other thing is tell your friends, tell your family, tell their goldfish to give us a watch. And you can watch all of our past episodes if you need to catch up on anything on YouTube at Andromeda Adventures. We're still trying to get all of our past episodes and backlog loaded up, so bear with us. And if anyone knows how to enable closed captioning on Twitch, please let us know in the chat or comments on YouTube. I'm trying to figure that all out. Other than that, so great to have the full group back together again. Thank you guys, as always, for playing tonight. It is always a joy to play with all of you. Thank you so much. And with that,
Bye-bye.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Thanks again, Frosty.
Take it easy, everyone.